It's just one of those nights. I just didn't feel like turning the light on. But it's fine. I don't ever turn these in the videos. I normally don't. Hi, Starter Cell. Is that working? Yeah, it is. I don't know, sometimes when I start the Twitch stream, it's like the preview doesn't show up on my stream manager. So I have to refresh the page and then it works. Alright, there we go. We're back in this world. We're back in our Minecraft world. And I know there's like shit that isn't done. And the last time that we tried to do this, we couldn't finish it because the stream ended up crashing. But honestly, I kind of wanted to do something else that wasn't building. I look in here, and I think to myself, this isn't enough. And I also noticed there is like a resource that is notably missing from this chest. And I actually have all of that resource in my inventory. This is my last stack of coal. We've had this Forever World for maybe 2 years, and I don't know when's the last time we went mining in this game. But this is the last stack of coal that I seem to own. So I thought, what if we somehow were able to go the entire stream in one very prolonged mining trip? So this is one of like the last Forever World streams for a while, because it entirely depends on what happens in the next 2 weeks. Because who knows what could happen, because the impossible is apparently possible. Because if you don't know, a few months back, Simon of Hypixel, maybe eat my own words, and he actually bought back the rights to HYTALE, and that game is now coming out on the 13th. So I was like, oh, I guess we'll go check out that game then. What I've done between streams is that I actually went up to the upper area, and I just like sorted out all the shulker boxes up there. It's like basically these 3 shulker boxes were filled with so much garbage. But I'm going to take everything that's in this ender chest, and we're going to go mining somewhere. We're going to go find as much shit as we possibly can. So I hope that you will all join me on a spiritual journey where we explore one of the mechanics that makes up maybe 40% of Minecraft. Like 44%, roughly. Because like you mine and then you craft. That's how you play this game. I have grapes again for once. I didn't mention, like, yeah, this is like what the grapes look like now. They don't come in a box anymore, they come in like a small cup. But the thing is, that reminds me, due to playing Hypixel a lot, HYTALE people emailed my brother and gave him the opportunity to reserve a username. Really, does your brother have, like, YouTuber rank? Does he have a rank like that? I mean, I honestly think I was actually able to reserve the gamertag DSN. I think I actually was able to preserve it. Now, one of the main goals of this trip is I want to find a dungeon. He just plays it a lot? Okay. Because, like, believe it or not, in the 2 years that we have played in this world, we have not found a mob spawner. We have not found a monster spawner. That's why we had to go out of our way to make our own mob spawner. That's why we had to go out of our way to make our own mob farm. So I never actually found one. And honestly, like, it would be redundant if we found one now. But honestly, it'd be cool if we found one. Now, the thing is, we need to find somewhere to go mining. Because I'm thinking, like, I haven't gone mining in so long that if I go to any cave in the local area, I'm just gonna notice, oh shit, I've actually been here already. Wow, that's a lot of skeletons. Jesus. That's a lot. That's also a lot of gold. I'm also using this fortune pickaxe. I don't know if I had a dedicated fortune pickaxe. Between streams, I just went and found one in a chest. Believe it or not, we actually found this one in the end. This pickaxe is just inherently like this. Right, I forgot local difficulty exists. Yeah, maybe that's the case. I don't know. I don't know anything about local difficulty. But maybe we could fly somewhere where the difficulty isn't as bad. I know in this direction, there's like a sand village that I was like, maybe it could become something in the far future, but we don't know what the future holds. That's the beauty of it. we don't know we don't know what's to come in the next few weeks. You know, it's like, well, it's like, they keep telling us that HYTALE is like, don't expect it to be like complete, don't expect it to be balanced. And honestly, they actually released something today. Happy New Year, by the way. They actually released something today. And I was like, oh, goody, what could this possibly be? And it was like another combat, like, footage video. It was another video about combat. And I was like, okay, is anything in this game done that isn't combat? I mean, like, to be fair, they clearly were like, okay, we don't really like the direction Minecraft PvP has gone in. But we were like, they didn't want to do it like how pre 1.9 PvP is like, because PvP in Minecraft before 1.9 was barbaric, and I'm not sure if barbaric is the right word for it, but it was just like clunky and goofy. Like, the combat's goofy. It's like, the thing about combat in Minecraft is that beforehand, and I think it still is, it's hit scan based. So it's like, your cursor, you see the small dot on my computer? If you want an example of something other than combat, I mean, they had the creative mode video. That's cool. I wanted to know more about the exploration mode. I wanted to see more, like, exploring. I wanted to see how you go about getting weapons and tools, and, you know, apart from, like, chopping trees, that's, like, the closest we got. That's, like, the closest we got to seeing anything that I was actually interested in. I mean, we got to see some biomes that I was just like, hey, those look kind of cool. But that was really it. And I'm wondering, like, what else am I going to be finding? Because in the footage that they... Yeah, progression, I get what you mean. Yeah, exactly. It's like, in the Curse Breaker video that they made, when they were, like, announcing that the game has been revived, that video has footage from a much older build of the game. And in the PvP video, that video was recorded yesterday, apparently. They made that video yesterday and uploaded it today. So that's the current build that they're using, as far as I know. And what I noticed is that as they were fighting, there were actually enemies that were just, they were like mobs that were just wandering around. So I was like, okay, mobs are actually in the game, I think, now? What is this? Alright, this could be promising. This could be an adventure. Ads. Womp womp. This could be something interesting. I don't need... I could do this now. Jesus. Yeah, I gotta remember, I gotta get back to nature, alright? This is... I kind of needed this. We've done a lot of streams with just building. But I need to dive back into a cave and just do some stuff down here. And just, like, dig around. Just need to dig a hole. Done. Welcome back. Well, all I was saying was that I need to... I wanted to find some time to come back to nature. And dig some more holes in the ground. Well, dig through, like, more natural caves. Because, like, Minecraft doesn't... You don't really dig holes in Minecraft anymore. Strip mining doesn't really... It's an obsolete feature in Minecraft. It's an obsolete feature nowadays, unfortunately. No, it's like, I was playing Tekkit. I was playing Tekkit recently. And what I realized that I really enjoyed strip mining. For some reason, I just liked... like digging a hole, digging a tunnel in a certain direction and poking holes in either side. For some reason, I found that really therapeutic. For some reason, I found that really relaxing. And I don't know whether it has to do about the sounds, or maybe it's because I've, like, played this game for so long, or it's really nostalgic to play older versions of Minecraft, because Tekkit is 1.2. Tekkit is 1.2.5. So that is, like, a really, really old version of Minecraft at this point. And when you think about it, with the new combat update, well, it's not new at this point. That came out in 2015. I think there's more versions of Minecraft that use the new, quote-unquote, combat. It uses the new combat. There's more versions of Minecraft that use that version of the combat. I'm here, I was showering and choking my chicken. What, do you... you can just behead it. You don't have to strangle the life out of it. Is that what people do before they cook their chicken nowadays? Do you know, like, at KFC, they now have live chickens in their restaurant that they kill in front of you before they serve it to you? I was spanking the monkey. Like, could you imagine if there were real chickens wandering around a KFC? Could you imagine if they actually did that? I would love to see them cook the chicken right in front of me. There's, like, this place that's around the corner from my house called CM Chicken. It's like it's kind of like a Korean... It's like a Korean place. Well, it's like, I think it's supposed to be Korean, but its chicken is really good. And I was just like, okay, well, it's better than most places I've been to. Normally I would frequent to Wingstop, but it's just like, you know what, this chicken actually, someone gave a shit. And also, like, they also actually give you ketchup for your fries, and they actually give you a lot of fries. Because, like, one thing I was, the thing about Wingstop is that it's like a crapshoot of, like, what their customer service is gonna be like. It's like, you'll either get someone, it's like a crapshoot if you get ketchup or not. And it's like, if you want to ask for it, they're too busy to help you. And then sometimes it's like, when they serve you, they're like, hey, can you fill out the survey on the receipt? Like, if you go to that link in the receipt and leave us a review, I'll give you a free brownie if you do it. And it's just like, it doesn't matter what like, rating I give. It's just like, he'll give me a free brownie for it. But it's just like, I don't want a brownie. I just don't, I don't want a brownie. I also don't want you, like, talking to me while I'm trying to eat. That happened to me at a McDonald's one time. See, like, I don't mind. It's like, it's okay to, I can respect good customer service, but I was on my phone. I was on my phone when I was sitting at McDonald's, and then, like, a lady walked right up to me and said, "How are you doing?" And I just, like, jumped. I, like, jumped slightly. Because she said it so loudly. She said it so loudly, and she was standing so close to me that I didn't even notice she was there, honestly, because I was, like, looking at something on my phone. And I was like, just let me eat. I'm just trying to enjoy my quarter pounder. Just leave me alone. Just trying to. You don't need to make sure I'm all right. Which honestly, that's one of the better McDonald's I've been to. It's one of the better McDonald's I've been to because it's like they actually it's clean. That's really the main thing I look for in a fast food place. I don't know if you're expecting like quality food when you go to a fast food place, but I would at least expect the restaurant to be clean and pleasant to sit in. That's kind of like my main standard for going to any sort of place that's fast food. If it's clean and the people are chill, but not like don't talk to me. But don't talk to me. Don't talk to me. Just let me take my food and eat. I don't know how I feel about the textures for this. I feel like they changed these. But it's like I'm using the Programmer Plus texture pack. So they've changed how the raw ore looks. They've changed how it looks slightly. What's nice about mining in Minecraft now is that you can compact most of these blocks. You can make raw, I did bring wood. You can make raw copper, you can make raw iron blocks. So you don't really have to smelt it. You don't have to you have to smelt it before you compress it. That's nice. That's something I respect. But honestly, I don't mind. Now that we have shulker boxes, like I don't really care about that stuff. And that's something I'm curious about in HYTALE, is how they're gonna handle inventory management. I'm saying this assuming you guys have seen the videos that they posted. The only two you really need to care about are the Curse Breaker video and the PvP one, and the creative mode one. Those are the three videos I would deem more important to like think about. I've seen a couple. Yeah, it was like, I feel like I saw very little of the game's actual progression, if there is any. I feel like it's just gonna be like, I feel like at the beginning it's just gonna be like the alpha version of Minecraft where it's like, well, we can live in this world. At night there are monsters, and maybe there are monsters during the day too. You can make a shelter, you can break a block and place one. I guess that's fine. But like, there's no shame in having like someone trying to get their own take on like voxel survival style games. I don't think there's much right now. I guess I'll be the judge of that when we play it on several Tuesdays from now. Because that's gonna be an interesting stream. Because it's a game that I saw the announcement for that game when I was in high school. I was in high school, and I was just like, I think like that was the day before my robotics teacher got fired. That's the benchmark of like the timeline. Because I remember like Super Smash Bros. Came out that like around that time. It came out around that time, so people were carrying around Nintendo Switches, obviously, because it was really cool to have a console that could play, like, decent games, but it was, like, a portable console. So, like, the Switch was a really big deal. Like, 2017 was one of the best years for Nintendo, after, like, bouncing back after the Wii U. But when Super Smash Bros. Came out, when there was nothing to do, someone whipped out the Switch and everybody was playing Super Smash Bros. Like, it was really cool. Ooh. Inventory moment. 1 second. Yeah, what happened was I wanted to say, like, I heard several stories. It was just like, I think he had inappropriate contact with like one of like it was like, it had to do with the robotics team. I think he had like inappropriate communication with a student and like it didn't fly with the teacher. I don't think it was anything like super bad, but it was something that could get him fired. It was something that would definitely get him fired. And that's what I heard. And then my brother, like, I mentioned this to my brother, and he was like, I thought he got caught jacking off in the robotics room. And I was like, you know, when rumors spread, I don't know how that game of telephone becomes that. How do you get to that point? Either way, he was gone. I want to say that the story he heard wasn't true. I want to say that was not true. Let me compress some blocks. Show craftable, block of raw gold, block of iron. Oh, it's the block of copper that I have too much of. Because I forgot that you get way more copper blocks. Block of coal. We're good to go. And honestly, oh shit, I don't have my axe. And honestly, it's like if my inventory is full, I can always just put it in a shulker box. We have so many shulker boxes. This might be the longest mining trip you will ever see in the Minecraft community. Because as we all know, in a couple weeks, the Minecraft killer is upon us. I hope nobody has that expectation for the game, because that's clearly not what Simon is the expectation Simon is setting. I don't know. Some people will probably, like, paint it that way. I'm very curious to see, like, how every actual large YouTuber is going to, like, react to this game. Because for the past 7 years, there have been people who have just made their YouTube channel revolved around the idea of this game. Where they were just like, they would cover every bit of news, even though it's kind of redundant since, like, the team also already posts blog posts. But I don't know, they just kind of want to be part of it. Hi, Valid User, welcome back. I was about to say, what if there are raw coal blocks and then immediately realize raw coal is a Greg Tech thing? Can you turn raw ore into blocks natively with a crafting table? I would assume you can't. You probably need some, like, compressor. And then you also need to have, like, a certain amount of, like, 3 different types of air to put into the compressor. And then you also need to, like, power it with an HV cable or something. There are no raw ore blocks. Oh, okay. I don't know. I wonder, like, there's probably, like, a compressor in Greg Tech. I bet there is. Is this what... I honestly, we used the same texture pack for this playthrough 2 years ago. So, like, they changed how this deep slate looks. The deep slate used to just be a darker stone. It used to just look like that. I don't know if I want to go into the deep slate layer just yet, because I want to get more coal. I'm not super interested in diamonds, especially when you live in a world where you can have mending. And mending is such a ridiculous enchantment, because it's really easy to get your hands on. I don't know. I'm not really sure when the next major version of Minecraft is going to be. And I don't know. I haven't been paying attention to it at all. It's like, I don't even know what's in the current snapshot. Like, they just added spears to this game, but I don't really know what they're going to add next. Well, does anybody know? What was the other thing they're going to add? What's next on their to-do list? For, like, the next, like, 3 items they intend to add to this game. It's like, Minecraft doesn't really change no matter how much they add. Because, like, all the stuff that I liked about the game is just still in the game. They just added a bunch of stuff on top of it. Like, I don't think this game has really lost its shine for me. Even though I don't really care for its newer updates. It's like, I think I'll always find myself coming back to this game, even after HYTALE comes out. But it'll be an interesting experience. Because I feel like when a game like Minecraft becomes so popular in its genre, I think it's very hard to make a game like it, or throw your own hat in the ring, for, like, what you think a game like this could be like. Because the original, like, the standing product there is already so prolific, which is Minecraft. But I'm interested to see what the Hypixel team does with it. I'm trying to make a music pack for Terraria, encountering issues. Some songs aren't listened to the list, apparently, and oh my gosh, it's downloading YouTube videos in the Wobber OGG. The most impossible thing ever. Can you not? Is there no sites to download, like, sound files into OGG? Is there no way to do that? I want to say there are dedicated websites for that. And you can even choose the extension. There is. You can even choose the extension. We also have dynamic lights because of the mods we're using. I've modified the game. I'm something of a hacker. There's a steam electric compressor, an implosion compressor, an electric implosion compressor, a black hole compressor, and one more. There's the antimatter compressor. The nuclear compressor. But ads in extremely sketchy websites. Honestly, I feel like when you Google it, the first one you get is normally the one that's like, the one you should use. But sometimes it's like, I feel like they take down these sites, do they? Do they shut down those types of sites and then they just keep making a new site to replace it? Because anytime I Google YouTube to MP3 or YouTube to MP4, it'll take me to a website that looks different from the last time I searched it. I'll be like, okay, what is this? I mean, it still works, but it's just like, why does this site look completely different from the last time I used this? I've tried a lot. I don't know, I might have to look at it. I use cobalt.meowing.de. That's a bizarre site name. I've got a few website names reserved for myself. Because it's like for either like my job portfolio or... My job portfolio, I think that's all. I want to say I had another like URL or domain preserved for something else. It's nice and it works pretty well. Yeah, you should link that to him. I was like, do I have any... I think I have like one domain I've got reserved for my own use. It's for like work-related stuff. Might download Audacity for those cases. Yeah, Audacity might help you as well. I haven't used Audacity, but I was like, I don't know anything about making music. Well, Audacity, I think the last time I used Audacity was maybe art class when I was in 7th grade. Yeah, I think I remember something like that because I went to a public school where iPads and then Chromebooks kind of got pretty involved in learning. And I don't know, I wonder if it's still that way nowadays, where it's like every student gets a Chromebook or a tablet to work with. I wonder if they still do that. I don't know. It's like if this job works out, I kind of want to go and visit my elementary school if there's anybody I know that's still there. The main website is cobalt.tools, but they haven't fixed YouTube not being able to download. Okay. While the thing was loading, I thought this could very well be a porn site, so thankfully it wasn't. Sometimes it'll load an ad that's basically porn. Alright, Tyler, welcome back. You won't last 1 minute playing this game. And it's like, I'm a hot single in your area. Hot single in gets your location area. Come and find me. Come and meet me. I'm not interested in any real commitments. I just want sex. Sometimes it will load ads that are porn. Yeah, and then some games that are just like, you won't last 30 seconds watching this stream. Yeah, your attention span will melt. It's not for the faint of heart. You watch streams like this to build your attention span back up, alright? And maybe listen to a dumb story that may or may not be true. Like, like my robotics teacher potentially masturbating at my high school. I hope he's like, I don't know if he's okay. I don't know what he's doing. Because like if the second story is true, then he's never gonna find a job anywhere. Yeah, I need a quote of, for my quote of the month. Can you provide? You put me on the spot. Fuck. Go ahead, Danny. Tell us. What? Tell us like a quote. But it's like you really put me on the spot. Shit. You could go with the classic haiku. So it's a what was it like? What was it like? Fuck me in the ass. Fuck me harder in the ass. Fuck me in the ass. Was that what it was? Was that the haiku we made up in like that one stream? I already gave you. Was that was that even a haiku? Was that even like a proper haiku? I don't even know if it was. That was the second haiku? Oh, here's some diamonds. I don't know, I won't say no to it. I mean, like, do we want to be like one of those, like, that was indeed a proper haiku? Well, can you use, like, the same sentence twice? Can you do that? I don't know anything about the nuances of haiku rules. So, like, I don't know if it's, like, I don't know if I'm allowed to say the same sentence twice. I thought it was just 575. I actually don't know. This is why I hate poetry. Well, the beauty about poetry is that there are no rules. They don't even have to rhyme, all right? They don't even have to rhyme. It just needs to follow a certain rhythm. Like a certain consistent rhythm. You just need to reflect on that. If you put your heart and soul into it, it will make it more soulful, I guess. I'm not deep enough. I'm not deep enough to be like a philosophical YouTuber and impart my knowledge. I'm too young. There's the haiku. Just put the quote in the bag. I'm not old enough to give life advice yet. I haven't seen enough of the world. I'm not deep enough. I'm not deep enough. It's just, I can't be, how do I become deep? When do I develop like the deepest of thoughts? Because I think when I'm put on the spot, I don't know if I have it in me. All right. If I wanted to be ridiculous, I could say I thought it was 557, 2557, and 66. What is it like? I'm the hot single in your area. I'm the only one in the area. I am a single in your area. That is true. One of those words is true. Why is the lapis colored that way? One of those adjectives is true. Which one is it? Which which one is it? You'll find out when you meet me. Ow. I don't know. I don't know if I'd ever click on one of those ads. Like, out of pure curiosity. I'm like, what is it? Where does it lead? Is it like... And what did it used to be like before AI? Like, I would imagine there's like a bot that tries to talk to you and try to pass itself as human. That's what I would imagine would happen. That's what I would imagine would happen. The ones who do are to blame. But it's like, before AI, what would they have had to do? Like, would there just be some random guy, like, catfishing you? Would that what it would be like? It would be like that one show, Catfish. Where it's like, these people talk about, like, messaging someone, like, in a long-distance relationship, and they're really fond of them. But then, like, the people take them on the show, and then they track down the person that's talking to them. And then it's like, normally the person isn't real. I think normally, in most cases, the person isn't real. They'd normally be like, yeah, I just do it for the fuck of it, like... Like, some of them don't even give a fuck that they've catfished someone. They really don't. So it's like, don't do anything. Don't fall into any relationships like that. It's best if you don't. Well, like, long-distance relationships are kind of sketchy in the first place. They normally don't work out. Statistically, they will fail. And who's that one statistic? Me. I'm the one statistic. Don't fish cats. It never ends well. What, you ever imagine, like, a catfish was just, like, a cat, but it's a fish? Like, it's a cat that can just... Well, it's got, like, the face of... Imagine, like, the face of a cat, but, like, with a fish body. It's like a mermaid, but with, like, a cat head. You make some sort of abomination like that, where it's, like... It's like a... It's like one of those anime cat girls, but they're also, like, mermaids. So it's like a cat girl mermaid. Which, I don't know, maybe someone's into that. It always lands on the other side when it flops on the ground. Surprisingly, it's more of a fish with whiskers. Well, yeah, I guess that's why it's called a catfish, because it has whiskers. I guess that's why it's called a catfish. Ooh. I don't know, I think, like, it's been the last... I haven't seen a catfish in a while. Because I haven't been to, like, the zoo in a hot minute. You remember when they always took you on a field trip to the zoo? Remember when you got to go to a place like that when you were a kid? I'm gonna need to pull out a shulker box. Also, I need my... I guess I have to have a silk touch pickaxe on me at all times in this case. Yeah, did they ever take you to, like, on a field trip? Like, you ever go on an interesting field trip? You must have. Like, what was the most interesting place you got taken to on a field trip? I'm homeschooled and we don't have zoos here. The country is one giant zoo. We are a one ecosystem. Human society is just an ecosystem in of itself. It is one that changes, and we always have to find ways to adapt. Alright? And the ones who don't adapt die. It's the sad truth. Well, it's like, baby, it's not just like, you don't have to adapt. You don't need to. You don't need to. It's more like, we should come together to change society to allow us to survive longer. Because, like, animals can't change their ecosystem. Humans definitely can. Humans definitely are capable of changing the ecosystem that they reside in. Because the ecosystem they reside in is none other than what we call society. I don't know, I'm not seeing any more coal, by the way. Hopefully, this mining trip won't go long enough that I need more coal. I think we've got plenty. Oh, shit. I don't want to use the silk touch pickaxe. I don't want any blocks from this. Yeah, see, we have like one random deep slate block. I remember playing Greg Tech and there was deep slate. Happy New Year's? Yeah, Happy New Year. Today is that day. 2026. You got your resolutions sorted out? I'm not entirely set on mine yet. I'm like thinking, I hadn't planned it. Oh shit. And I should have thought about it before, the year even ended. I should have. Oh shit, that's rotated. I'm turning 18 next year. Ooh. My resolution is to move my base to the personal dimension. What, are we talking Greg Tech? Or are we talking... It's like, you might need the... That might need to be like a 2-year resolution. You're gonna need to spend 2 real-life years. Real-life years trying to move all of your shit to a new place in Greg Tech. Yes, we are indeed talking about Greg Tech. Now he's planning it for real. He's trying to move in real life. He's trying to move in real life, which I would love to do as well. I don't know. Did anybody... You know what? Did no one notice I actually got a haircut? I guess, like, I had the light off. So... That's the one thing I decided to do, because I thought it was like a good cutoff, where it was like, oh, 2026 is a new month. So I was just like, oh, let me just get my hair cut. Because it's like, I let my hair grow out. I let my hair grow out a lot more than I meant to, and it kind of looked more, it started to become, like, more round. It started to make my head more round. Like it does in like it did in some of my past videos. And I kind of didn't want my hair to look like that anymore. But then I just kind of got lazy with it and just kind of forgot to get a haircut. So I was just like, alright, today I'm just going to obliterate all the hair on my head. Which I think is really amusing. Maybe it's like amusing when people watch my streams and all of a sudden I suddenly have way less hair. I'm so tired. Your hair became the void. I was like, maybe I should just like grow out my hair, and then I just like suddenly cut all of it. So it's just like people are like, wait, why is his hair so short all of a sudden? Until it becomes like normalized. And they're all like, well, there goes all of Danny's hair again. He sheds it like a chameleon. No, like, wait, what animal? Like a snake. I shed it like a snake. This is a giant iron vein. It's right down here for free because Minecraft is like infinitely easier than it was before. Minecraft is an infinitely easier game. I mean, I don't have a huge problem with that, but like, I don't know. I don't know, like I said, I sometimes like kind of miss doing strip mining. Is that tough? No, this is andesite. Never mind. Don't listen to me. This is tough. This is tough, apparently. I didn't realize it was tough. I mean, that makes sense. I think you can't find andesite down here. God damn it. Alright, just toss it in here. Actually, carry the raw ore on you. Alright, so you've struck a massive iron vein. Yeah, that's what it looks like. That's what it looks like. Where are my torches? Did I just run out? This is what happens when you mine for so long. What do I do? What do I get if I become a member? Honestly, there is no reason to be a member. So, do it at your own risk. Alright? Currently, there is no reason to be a member. I've been too lazy to actually make any real incentives. I don't know, I just like, I wasn't sure how I felt about the idea of locking emojis behind a paywall. I wasn't sure how I felt about it. I'd have to make like some really cool emoji. I'd have to make some really cool emoji that people would like pay money to use. I'm titties? I'm titties too. It's like I'd have to make like one really special emoji that changes into a different emoji every couple seconds. The kind that you can send to a girl that you don't know and it'll make her like you all of a sudden. Like in that one movie. Like I was like, I didn't realize that movie's almost 10 years old. That's crazy. The Emoji movie's almost 10 years old. I remember when that movie came out. It's exactly what you think it is. It's a pretty stupid movie. Maybe I should watch all of it in its entirety. I've seen like clips of it, and I was just like, this movie looks so fucking stupid. And I was like, maybe I should give it like a fair chance. You know, like maybe there's some terrible movies out there that I actually would secretly like. The guy looking up in fear. That'd be. It's like I would love like more of those types of emojis that are like, but they're those types of like recreations of memes, but they just kind of look like me. They're just like redrawn with my face. Like the channel profile picture. That profile picture that Ben drew. Because I think that's based on like a different image, but it's just redrawn to look like me. I think it's just been drawn over to look like me. That could be funny. The Emoji Movie, that was a fever dream, I swear. I don't know. I wonder who thought, like, it's like a very out-of-touch adult made that movie. Someone who didn't really understand the true power of emojis. Well, it's like, I rarely use emojis when I text people. I rarely do. And maybe that makes me sound very blunt when I text someone. So it sounds like, and maybe when you talk to me through text, I sound like a robot. But then again, sometimes it's like, there's some emojis that I see that I'm just like, huh, I didn't even know that was an emoji. It's like, what a weird emoji. They didn't believe hard enough when making the movie. Yeah, where's the pregnant man emoji? Why was the pregnant man emoji in that movie? Was the Dude, was that emoji in the movie? Was the yeah, that guy. Why was he not in the movie? It's hey, this is a lush cave. What other emojis weren't in the Emoji Movie? What other emojis weren't in the Emoji Movie? That they had to like cut from the movie because they were just like, no, it's not marketable enough to kids. This one? The mewing? What is that? What emoji is that? What is that person holding in that image? I don't know, I'm trying to think, like, what emoji could I have used? That movie's also, like, outdated, because, like, the Twitter bird was in that movie, too. That movie's outdated, I guess. I didn't even think about that. There's another giant Iron Man. That's, like, weird to think about. It's like the Twitter bird was in that movie, but now that movie's outdated, because it's, like... Because, like, that Twitter is technically not around anymore. This could have made the movie rated R. What the? What is that? It's like, how do they represent every single emoji in the Emoji Movie? How do they choose what emoji to represent? Like, is there a difference between like is there a difference? You know, like the emoji that's called like the weary face emoji, but people kind of use it as like the moaning face emoji. You know that face? Like, imagine if that emoji was in the movie. Was that emoji in the movie? It's like the sweating emoji is also in the, is he also in the movie? See, now this is making me think like, maybe I should just like watch this one night. Just to like see. I mean, I have watched some bad movies. Moral of the story, don't look up big black men kissing if you're in school. That's a good movie premise. Do you speak from experience? Has your parents walked in on you? Well, how are you homeschooled like by your parents, or is it like homeschooled in the sense that you're like online school? Like some form of online school, online education. This bow is really strong. Where the hell am I? I have never looked up big black men kissing. Oh, okay. I mean, I wasn't gonna like kink shame you. Like, if you did, like, it's no big deal. So why'd you bring it up then? I'm not gonna like judge you. Ow. It's like this is like an open space. You can talk about what you want. You can ask me anything that isn't like super personal. We have a curriculum that's kind of American, but our sister always taught me. Do you have like other siblings that also like learn from the same sister? Or is it like, wait, is it like sister like your sibling, or is it like sister like a nun? I used to get algebra lessons from a nun when I was in middle school. I don't know, she was a nun that lived in the area, and then she also was, she also taught me algebra, which was like kind of neat. I don't know, it makes me like, did she teach me algebra in 8th grade? I'm trying to remember. Casual Danny lore drop. I don't even know. I don't know what she's doing anymore. I think she left Chicago like several years afterwards. Like, there were 2 nuns that I knew when I was at like middle school, because I went to a Catholic school when I was in middle school. I was in like, there was like, their names were like Sister Leia and Sister Anne. Oh, there's a geode here. I want to say Sister Anne is no longer in Chicago, and then I think Sister Leia passed away, sadly. I don't know how long it was after like she passed, after like I left that school, that she passed away. I didn't know her super well. She was like my religion teacher for maybe 1 year, and that was it. And I kind of just knew of her. I knew Sister Anne a lot more. I knew Sister Anne a lot better. Yeah, I had to like, I got like extracurricular religion lessons from Sister Anne when I was getting confirmed that year. Yeah, I remember that. Jesus. It's like, I talk about how I kind of became an atheist over the years. But like, believe it or not, I actually did get confirmed when I was in 8th grade. I actually did get confirmed. Yeah, that was like, what happened was that I had to go to like this, I don't even know what it was. It was like, how do I describe it? I went to like this event for kids that were being confirmed, like 7th and 8th graders that were being confirmed. And there was like a guy who was like presenting it, and he was talking about like how great it is to be confirmed, and like, you know, what it means to find God and shit. And I was like, it was like an all-day thing. I had to skip school to attend it. Like, that's how big of a deal it was to my middle school. And I don't know, I feel like I didn't get many things out of it. The only thing I got out of it was like, this one girl actually... Oh, Jesus, that's a core memory. I remember that. Fuck. That was so weird. This girl actually, like, snuck her smartphone into like, the event, because, like, we weren't allowed to have our phones. And, like, she puts it up to my... She like, comes up from... She, like, talks to me, and she, like, kind of walks around me. And she, like... puts the phone in front of my face, and it says... It's a text message that says, "You're cute." And then she runs her, like, finger down my shoulder. And I was like, what the fuck is happening? I was like I was like 13, 12 and a half at this point. I don't remember how, this person was my age, by the way. Okay, wait, I want to preface this. This person was my age. This person was another student. This wasn't like a priest or something, okay? This was another student. How did you fumble? I didn't find her attractive, low-key. I didn't find her that attractive. So, like, I wasn't really feeling it, but I was, like, super weirded out. I was, like, super weirded out. And it's, like, I don't know, how do you let this person down gently, where I'm just, like, I don't really find you that attractive, and I'm just, like, I'm sorry, it's just, like... It's the Sigma. I didn't say that, I was just, like, I'm not really, like, looking for anything like that right now. You know what I mean? You have to hit him with the, I'm not actually looking for anything like that right now. And then that's normally, like, that normally keeps them away. Just be confused as fuck. I was confused as fuck. I was like, because, like, I think that was the first time that I've ever been, like, hit on by anybody in my life. And it was, like, so it was really weird. It was really weird, because she came on really strong. She came on very strong. And it kind of like, it just kind of weirded me out. Was it the only time? Yeah, that was like, after that happened, it was like, we didn't really have any other interaction. I think she was from like a middle school in the area. It was like several different middle schools that kind of came together for the event. She didn't go to the same middle school as me. She was like from a different area. But like, the only time I ever saw her was at this event. And then like, I think I saw her briefly when I got confirmed, but that was it. The one and only time you got hit on? The pizza shirt No, that doesn't count. The The lap dance, it doesn't count if it's a stripper. Like, to be honest, if I want to be like super cynical, and maybe rightfully cynical, those women are paid to be nice to you. Those women are paid to be nice to you, so you can basically say anything to them. You could say almost anything to them, and they're just gonna like laugh and like giggle at anything you say, because like they want to get the $25 from you. Like what? You think they're gonna be like? You think they're gonna like if they get angry at me? That's just gonna be like that's gonna make me less likely to pay for anything, to buy them anything. It's bad for their own personal business to be an asshole to me. But like I understood the boundaries. I understood the rules. I was like, strippers are not real lovers. Yeah, it's like you don't go to a strip club looking for that. All right, don't do that. Don't do that. It was like, I'm glad I went to one. I'm glad I went to one. I don't regret not going to one. It was like, I don't think I'd ever see myself in a place like that ever again, but it was like interesting to go to a place like that. I go to a stripper to get stripped. Oh, shit, I was looking at chat. And yeah, now I can say that the pizza sweater has been like permanently glorified, or like tainted. Not tainted. Tainted's like, what's the opposite of tainted? Blessed. It's the pizza sweater's been blessed, I suppose. Yeah, shout out to that stripper who wore the sweater. It was funny. Thanks for humoring me. Because I knew it would be like a funny story to tell the guys and even tell you guys. So I was just like, oh, it'd be funny if I could get her to wear this and take a picture. Because I had a picture, but I only gave it to Nathan. I showed it to Nathan. Back when we did like the Dave the Diver stream. That was a while back. That when it originally happened. Good times though. Good times. I was still in school then. I still had like the structure of being in education. Being a man of education. Take a picture of you with the stripper and have it as a poster on your wall. What, are we going back to that conversation about like, I'm gonna become that one guy that has like beautiful, like sexy women posters all over the wall in his house? Are we going back to that conversation where, I don't know, I guess like, I've never really thought about how I decorate my room. Like, if you look behind me, there is nothing. There is absolutely nothing behind me. If I were to turn on the light right now, there is nothing there. So I don't know. It's like, I would think like, what posters would I want to have on my wall? What do I think? What represents me? Okay? What represents me? I'm also going in circles. What am I up to right now? That's not nearly enough. That's not nearly enough stuff. We can do better than this. I should send a picture of myself so you can put it on your wall. Please do not do that. I need the... It's like we went back to that conversation where it's like, it doesn't even have to be like 3D women. It's all anime women. It's all anime women posters. I don't even watch the animes. I only goon to the women. Like an absolute monster. Like some kind of psychopath. Luckily, I didn't know. I don't know anybody like that. Luckily. The fuck are we doing with 2D? Luckily, I don't know anybody like that IRL. It's like you'd be too deep into it. Ow. You're like too lost in the sauce. You watch too much anime. Fish? I've not had fish in a while. Real men appreciate the story behind hentai. What's like the history of hentai, alright? What's the lore behind hentai? What is but did someone just watch porn and was like, I want to hire an animation team. And I want to push the boundaries of the animation of like the media. Because animation is as much of an art form as cinema. And you know what I'm gonna start with? I'm gonna start by making porn. But it's animated. Like imagine that. That's the story behind it. It's like there are things that animation can express that real life cannot. Like there is no woman in real life that has tits this massive, but you can find that in hentai. Can you get rid of that bot, by the way? You can find that. You want unrealistic body proportions that you can't find in real porn? Check this video out. Check this animation out. I don't know. I think, like, human degeneracy probably didn't start when in the conception of porn. There was probably some other weird shit that humans did back in the day. Probably some other weird shit that humans did back in the day before porn was invented. You want 50 elves to love you in particular? Wish slime girls were real. Yeah, don't we all? Don't we all? These 16-year-old drew this for 12 cents an hour. You have that whole, it's like I pay $50,000 to have someone animate me having sex with a Has-Been Hotel character. You just reminded me of that. Was that how 2025 started? No, was that how like the year before that started? Like where I heard about that, where it was just like a guy paid $50,000 to have like someone animate a video of like to make like an animated video of him having sex with like Charlie from Has-Been, which this is an awful video. I mean, it's like shameful. I would shamefully admit that I have watched the video, and it's like I was like, what the fuck is happening? What the just look up HYTALE on Steam. Yeah, sadly HYTALE isn't gonna be on Steam. We want to bring it back to that. You want to just play sex with Hitler? I think there is like anime. Isn't there like a hentai Hitler like on Steam? Like some weird shit like that. You can like go to the deep crevices of Steam and find some really, really weird games. You find some like really weird games. Wait, what'd you say? On a separate tab? What are you getting at? Oh, this is also leading back to the surface because I wanna get some more iron. I need more iron in my diet. All right. Also need more storage in my diet. I don't have room. I'm full. Well, also I could turn this into blocks. Have you not seen? Do it. What are you even talking about? Well, there was a PvP video that came out earlier today. Is that what you're talking about? Hold up. What if I like, because like if I just Google the word HYTALE, I'm probably gonna get a bunch of articles that just say like, not on stream. Yeah, it's a sandbox game by Hypixel Studios, began development in 2015. It was temporarily funded by Riot until it wasn't. Well, it's like, if that's the Steam page. What, look up HYTALE on Steam? You get a bunch of random irrelevant garbage. You get something called Minigame Madness on Steam. I don't know why. I don't know why when you search HYTALE. Why is my... I forgot, I made that bigger for some reason. This is what you get. This is what you get. Well, I was like, why is it like that? I don't remember making my camera that big for that scene. Yeah, this is what you get when you look up HYTALE on Steam. You get something called Minigame Madness. It's got mostly positive on Steam. I don't know. High difficulty multiplayer game for 16 players online. It's got 33 reviews. So that means that is 2 full lobbies worth of players. Yeah, it's yeah, any game that's in the 70 percentile in like Steam ratings, normally it's just like, I don't know, maybe you'd like it. Maybe you'd like it. Normally it's not, they're not like worth playing at full price. But it's like for me, my rule of thumb is like, if the game is overwhelmingly positive, I think it's worth a play. I think it's like it's worth a try. Alright, so just toss this away, put this in. Do not bring it on Steam. Look at the image I sent you. Oh, right, those games. Yeah, honestly, I think I have those games filtered out. Like, I wouldn't have this game appear on my Steam feed unless I directly search for it. Why is that game $250? Why is this game $250? What is in this game? It's like, you know what this is? Oh, that's my currency? Wait, sorry. Hold up. Wait, no, it's this. What is that? What is that in US dollars? What is that in US dollars? Also, I just realized I left the game unpaused. That's really dangerous. Also, I'm out of coal again. Like $1? No way. No, but like seriously. I was like, I don't know what currency that is. So it's just like, is that what would that cost in US dollars? Because like I feel like those kind of games, they're really expensive on the they're priced that way, or like priced really expensively on the off chance that some YouTuber buys it and plays it ironically. That's like the only reason. Because if you can get like a couple, like 10 or 20 YouTubers to just play your game ironically as like a joke for themselves, as like a joke to have on their YouTube channel, like you'd be netting, let's say like each game, you like ludicrously price a game at like maybe $150. You can make like $1,000 from that. Off like some shitty, stupid game that people would only play ironically. 500 my currency is $1. Oh, okay. Okay, that makes sense. Because I wasn't sure. What is your currency? Like, where are you from, if you don't mind me asking? What currency? Like, I was like, I feel like I don't recognize that currency. Costa Rica. Oh, okay. It's the Costa Rican colon. I see. I don't know anything about other currencies. You could make a whole Jeopardy category out of different countries' currencies. We're slowly working our way back up to the surface. Preferably, maybe I could find like another coal vein. I honestly don't even know where I am. I think we're still in the mesa biome because there's gold at this layer. Which is like, it's interesting because I think like finding gold, stone gold, is not terribly common anymore. Because there's deep slate, and gold is normally deep underground. Alright, let me also like, here's what we're also gonna do. Let me pull out an orange shulker box, and this is for any random garbage blocks that we find. And items. Like that. And the purple box is always for ores. We want to make sure we don't destroy that. We don't want to accidentally destroy our ender chest, otherwise it kind of shoots our mining trip in the foot. How close are we back to the surface? Here's some coal. Yeah, I don't know. I think, like, when I go to Korea, I'm probably gonna need to think about, like, converting currency from US dollars to whatever the currency is in Korea. I'm gonna need to do that. Because, I don't know, maybe there's things I'd like to pay for, like souvenirs I'd like to get. I don't really know how long I'm gonna be in Korea. What the fuck? They just like shoot. Did you see that? They just like shoot a bat? I don't know how long I'm gonna be in Korea. But this is all happening in May. I've been like, oh shit. I've been talking about this for like at least a month now. That I'm gonna be going to see my cousin in May. For the first time in years. I haven't seen, it's like, I've FaceTimed him maybe a couple times, but I actually haven't spoken to him in person since maybe I was 8 years old. And I visited him in Korea, not in Korea, in Canada, in Toronto. So it'll be weird. And there's like a bunch of other cousins that I don't even know about. Or like, I feel like I just don't remember at all. Like, they're gonna introduce themselves to me, and they're like, hey, I'm Vivian, and I'm just like, I've heard your name, but you have some sort of relation to me. You're like my cousin. Same. Yeah, it's like my dad was an only child, so I don't really have any family members on his side, but on my mom's side, it's like the complete opposite. It's like there is an entire swarm of people on my mom's side. And like I haven't met them all. And you know, it's like I'm gonna have to devote I'm gonna need to get my social battery charged. And go in there and be like and like actually have something to say. Because I don't know, it's gonna be like, it's gonna feel weird. Even though they're like my family members, it's gonna feel weird. I normally don't go to like huge parties. And I guess I consider a wedding a huge party. It's like Jaina's wedding was a bit different because it was like, pretty much no one was there. Because like Jaina and Jay's wedding was reasonably small. It was only close family members and friends, and that was it. But like my cousin Min, his wedding is gonna be much bigger. So it's gonna be like a lot of people, and I'm gonna have to be in like the presence of many people. I have to wish me luck. Because I'm just not wired that way. My sister's the opposite. She's like, she'll talk to anybody. I have like 66 cousins on my dad's side alone. Jesus. And are you like close with any of them? I'm in the middle. You like close with any of them? Like do you like consistently like hang out with any of them? Some. Yeah, it's like I knew two when I worked as a caddy as a teenager. I knew like two girls. They were fraternal twins. They had like a cousin that lived down the street from their house. So he was basically just a brother at that point. Like they hung around each other so often, he might as well have just been their brother. And that, like, reminds me, it's like, I haven't spoken to them in a while. I wonder if they're done with school. I haven't spoken to those two in a while. But it's just like, there's a lot of people on my phone that Jesus. There's a lot of people on my phone in my contacts page that I still have their number. And I'm like, what would happen if I just called this number? Because I think my friend David, he was like a high school friend of mine. He like called me randomly. And I was like, what the hell was that? I was like, I don't even remember the fact that I had your number. And he was just like, I'm just digging through my contacts. I'm trying to like figure out which numbers I need to keep. It looks like my number with you still works. I'm like, all right, cool. And I was like, I need to dig through my contacts, and I'm like, I should check. Like, is there any numbers in there that I don't need anymore, or any of those numbers in there that don't like matter? Yeah, like one really freaky thing that happened was like, one of my friends, she ended up getting a different phone. So when I tried to text her, it ended up like going to like a different person. Because I think that she got a completely different phone with a different SIM card. So like the number I was trying to contact was like with someone else now. But the thing was, what really freaked me out was the person that had the number had the same name as her. So it was like she was so weirded out when I was talking to her. Like the person I was like texting was like so weirded out by what I was saying, and I was like, wait, you have the same name as the person of my friend? And she was like, yeah, apparently. And I was like, oh, sorry, forget I ever texted you. Just forget this happened. Like, my bad. Yeah, exactly. It confused me so much. I was like, why are you acting like you don't know me? That was like the vibe I was getting. I was like, what? Why are you pretending you don't know me? Like, what's going on? We haven't talked in like a couple months, but like you don't have to pretend that like you don't know who I am. It's really goofy. Oh, what's going on down here? Oh, lovely. Oh wait, no, it's loops back to exactly where I was before. Great. This goes somewhere. I like these I like these thinner noodle caves. They remind me of the old caves in Minecraft. The original caves. Back when everything was so simple. A simpler time when... I'm a person that, like, grew up at, like, the border of the internet's... Before, like, the internet dominated this world. Because, like, my experience with the internet, I remember using Windows 8 and Windows 7 and, like, logging on to Poptropica or, like, any other kid-friendly site because many more of those existed back then. And I didn't know much about the internet then. I didn't know much about it or really understood it. But then as I think, like, once I got my smartphone for the first time, that's when I really started, like, consistently exploring the internet through, like, YouTube. Through YouTube, I started exploring videos that weren't Minecraft. Because I think I started watching YouTube because of Minecraft. And, like, the first videos I ever watched on YouTube were about Minecraft. That was a very long time ago. I was 13 years old. I can remember, like, going golfing with my dad. We would go to a driving range that had Wi-Fi. Because it was like it was one of those, like, winter domes. So basically, for golfers, since, like, golfing in the snow is kind of sucks. They basically had these places where they would inflate a giant dome. And it was basically its own driving range. And you could go inside the dome and golf there. Well, not golf, just, like, hit from like, a tee box. Because, like, driving ranges are places where you can practice your golf swing. So it's like that. And there was internet in one of them. So, like, I would use it to just, like, download YouTube to my phone. And I was just, like, exploring old videos. Or not old videos, just, like, exploring YouTube. And just, like, watching stuff. It's, like, I think, like, before Markiplier, who was I watching? That's awesome. I think I was watching, like, Stampy Longnose because, like, I liked Minecraft. And then it was, like, really weird to, like, watch his videos because it was, like, I couldn't fathom the idea that they were different versions of Minecraft because I couldn't fathom the idea of video games having software software updates. So, like, when I would when I would, like, watch Deadskin Mask do his Survival Island Let's Play, and he's playing on, like, an alpha version of Minecraft. Then I watched, like, Stampy doing Quest to Kill the Ender Dragon, and I'm like, oh, wait, he's playing on, like, an Xbox 360. I didn't know that Minecraft was on a console. I didn't know that Minecraft was on a game console. That is so weird. And there was also, like, a bunch of new stuff that I just didn't recognize inside it. Stampy? Yeah, Stampy, well, he's known as Stampy Longhead, like, on YouTube. But then, like, he used to have a channel called Stampy Longnose. Did you watch Stampy? Yeah, I did. It was one of the first YouTubers I ever watched. One of the first Minecraft YouTubers I ever watched. It was like, I watched Quest to Kill the Ender Dragon. Because that was when I was, like, exploring the, like, newer parts of Minecraft. Because I think I played the light edition of Minecraft when I was, like, 10 years old. I played the light edition, which is, like, a really niche version of Minecraft. Like, if anybody knows about it, there's this really niche version of Minecraft called the light edition. And I don't really know why it's called the light edition. It's different from the pocket edition. Where it's, like, it gives you infinite certain blocks. And it's really weird. It's not really survival mode. It didn't really make much sense to me. But I remember playing it. And then when I would go explore, like, Minecraft's website, it would play the Minecraft, like, the original Minecraft trailer. Like, you can go look up that trailer. It's a very famous trailer. And then there would also be, like, Minecon 2013 that it would show. Or, like, Minecon 2012. And then it would also show, like, a trailer for the Ender Dragon. And I was like, oh, there's, like, a dragon you can slay in Minecraft now. But, like, I think when I was playing the light edition, that was already in the game. No, wait. No, Minecraft first came out in 2009, and then 2011, I believe, was when ow, damn it. 2011 was when the Ender Dragon was added, I want to say. Like, Minecraft was in, like, early access, quote-unquote, or in alpha, for maybe 2 years. Before it was, like, before it went into 1.0, and then it was eventually sold to Microsoft. But yeah, it was really interesting to, like, follow it and watch it. And watch, like, it was weird, because I remember when I first watched a Minecraft video, I was like, huh, this is like a person who's just recording himself playing a video game. And I thought that was really interesting. And then it was like, and then what happened was, like, I put on my headphones. Because I was, like, secretly watching it in 7th grade, because I was, like, using a Chromebook. So, like, I wasn't supposed to be on YouTube, like, when I was in 7th grade. I wasn't supposed to be doing that. But, like, I found a way to get around the school internet and just go on YouTube. But, like, once I put on my headphones, I discovered someone was talking. And it was, like, so weird to me that it was just, like, a person is talking to themselves while playing a game. Kind of like a director's commentary for, like, a movie. And it's, like, that was where it began for me. That was where it began for me. And that's what, like, why I'm here now. And it's like, it was really interesting. The idea of it is just really cool and really fun. And as I started to like explore more of YouTube, I started to discover like people just didn't just record Minecraft. There were other games. Because like when I was in middle school, I didn't have like the same console as like everybody like in my class. So like everybody had like an Xbox or like a PlayStation. I had a GameCube. So like I didn't know anything about the games they talked about. They were all like, "Hey, did you play like The Last of Us?" And it's just like, "Yo, I'm playing Grand Theft Auto," and it's just like, I don't know what those games are. I didn't know what those games were because they weren't on my console. Like I remember, like when I thought back to it, my middle school classmates were talking about The Last of Us. That was like a conversation in the lunchroom, where all of them were playing it. Because like I think The Last of Us 1 was a very novel game at the time. I feel you. It was a very impactful game at the time. And it's like I'd still say it like holds a lot of weight today. It's like I'd say it aged well. Because I think it was a PS3 game, wasn't it? Was it like a late PS3, early PS4 game? I don't remember when the PS4 came out. We have nearly the same digital upbringing. I want to say we're roughly the same age, so I wouldn't be surprised if we had like the same exposure to the internet or video games in general. Because like for me, I didn't really perceive the idea of the internet. I remember when I would go with my dad to his university. I'm 24. I'm 24 years old. When I went with my dad to his college, he would leave me in his office. He would leave me and my siblings in his office, and he would put us on like a website, and he would be like, "Don't leave this website. You can do anything you want on this website, but that's it." Which is like, that's fine. We didn't perceive the idea of the internet, so it was just like, okay, he put us on this site that just has Flash games on it, and we could just like, just hang out together and play. So like, once I actually got access to my own phone, I started like digging around the deep crevices of the internet, and it's a lot more than a kid can handle. Like, I was doing this at the age of 13. I'm 16, but because how bad the infrastructure was when I was younger, I had many restrictions. Yeah, I was 13 when I was given a smartphone for the first time, believe it or not. And I know there are kids that hold an iPad. There are kids that just carry an iPad around now. But I wasn't that kid. My dad didn't want me to be that kid. Which is like, honestly, fair enough. He was pretty controlling over when and how long I played video games. And once I was 14, I kind of like was above those restrictions. I kind of became above those restrictions. And now look at me, I'm hopelessly addicted to video games. Now look at me. Now look at me. I would be sitting there in my dad's basement just playing video games, and then like sometimes mumbling to myself. I would sometimes be mumbling to myself playing, and my dad is like, "I hope you don't do that when you're older." I was like, "Don't worry, don't worry about me. I'll be completely fine." It's like I hope the weird mumbling you do while you're playing video games doesn't leak into your adulthood. I don't know why my dad is still surprised I play video games. It's not like video games are just for kids. There's plenty of video games that are for adults. You should check out the library of games that are rated AO. I remember going down that rabbit hole when I was a kid. I was just like, I couldn't fathom the idea of a game being rated AO. And the reason for that is because those games, you can't really find those games on the shelf. You can't really I think you have to directly ask for those games. You have to like find them, you have to like order them online. And all of them are porn. All of them are basically porn. He clearly hasn't seen or played Sex with Stalin. Yeah, I don't know like how many of those games get proper like ESRB ratings. I wonder how many of them end up being AO. I wonder how many of them actually end up being AO. Like, there's probably more games that are rated AO than there were last time I checked. But I don't know. I'm not sure how many people go through the effort of it. I think it's like, maybe it's like how many of them find the time to go and rate those kind of games where it's like, all right, we're going to be playing Cuck Simulator and we need to determine what we're going to rate this. You think it's going to rate M or like what? You think it's going to be an M rated game, or it's like maybe we can actually like dial it up? We don't know. Well, I feel like this conversation's been jumping around a lot. Oh. I want to like see what this is because this is like a lush cave. Oh. It's like a lush cave in this area. Well, I saw one, but it's like really small. I hear zombies. I mean, let me also sort out my inventory before I do anything else. Well, the fucking wasn't too impressive, so I guess I can pass. It was like, how much of the penis did you see? Like, how much of it was there? It was like, was the penetration visible on the screen? And it's like, I jot down into my notepad, it's like, yes, the penetration into her ass was clearly on the screen. We'll need to keep this in mind when rating it. How big? Does the size matter? Like, if I were... Oh, it's a thunderstorm. It's like, if you were playing a porn game, does ESRB rate it based on the penis size? It's like, how many of them even bother to do that? Why would anyone bother to do that? Is that what your job is? Is that what you want to be in life? One thing about this cup of grapes, look how fucking large this grape is. Like, Jesus Christ. This grape is actually huge. Cup of grapes? It used to be a box of grapes. It used to be a carton. Society is devolving. Society is degrading. I was like, how could they do this to me? How could they do this to me, man? They can't do this to me. It's like I'm starving, and I need like a good snack food that isn't like potato chips. The cock was so small we can't rate it with a clear consensus. All right, let's finally stop talking about porn for a bit. We can change the subject. We can talk about things that aren't porn. we can talk about other things that don't have to do with it. Not everything has to be about it. What was I talking about? I was talking about like my gamer origins. Like grapes. Well, it's not, I think there's like not much to say that I've already said about grapes, but I don't know if like you've heard my full story of like how I started to like grow out from Nintendo. Because like when I grew up, like every parent who wants to get their kid into video games, it's like normally they'll get you a Nintendo console because Nintendo's like a family-friendly brand. Nintendo prides itself in family-friendly fun for all ages. And the thing was, I think like the first 4 games I owned, it was like Mario Kart Double Dash on the GameCube. I own like Sonic Riders, I own Mario Strikers, and I own Shadow the Hedgehog, which is like not the strongest start to be introduced to the Sonic franchise. Sonic Riders though, fantastic game. It's why like I can't bring myself to really like Crossworld. I don't know. It's like, I don't want to say it's sauceless. It's more just like Sonic has had a way cooler racing game than this. And it's like, I guess like, even if it's overwhelmingly positive on Steam, I'm just like, I think we can do better than this. I don't know. But like, you don't want to say that in the Sonic fandom. Because they really want to make sure like no one says anything bad about it, because it's just like, they've been treated like shit for at least a decade. And now that it's finally going in like a slightly positive direction, they don't want it to like revert back. Where the fuck are we? I was like, there is so much sand. I want to archive and emulate all Nintendo games from NES to GameCube. That is a noble venture. I have a way to emulate Game Boy games. You can get Dolphin. I don't know, game preservation is really important. That's history. That shit's history. We need to preserve it for the youth. So they understand what we used to have. Now, this mining trip still isn't done, because I honestly think we're spending the entire stream mining. I'm also not wearing my Elytra. You need to use it to educate the youth. I don't know. That's why, like, if I ever find the time, I should make an attempt to play old games every now and then. I should make an attempt to play, like, an older game. I mean, oh, what the fuck is that? The hell? Jesus. Stop that. Oh, fuck. Oh, jeez. What the hell? I don't have my spear on me. Alright, that should teach him. They're fucking evil camels. Alright, I freed you. I don't have a saddle for him, but I honestly thought he was hostile. I got scared for a second. Ah! I don't know why I'm scared. I'm wearing diamond armor. Well, no, I'm wearing a rabbit's foot. Well, let me just, like, stuff some stuff away. Alright, that's honestly Shulker Box 1. And then also, just some random junk that could stay in this chest. Yeah, I think, like, when I was going, whenever I got the chance to go golfing with my dad at that driving range, I would just, like, watch as much YouTube as I could. And I would just, like, learn, I would watch videos about, like, games that I knew about. And then, like, I'd even look up, like, Let's Plays of games that I own. And it was just like, man, they taught me things about the video games that I own that I never would have learned otherwise. You should give your dad a copy of Solitaire Online or Minesweeper. I think my dad might have, like, that, like, Windows XP pinball minigame. You remember that? That one, like, space pinball? That one space pinball minigame that was on Windows computers? I think he still has that. My dad did play Minesweeper. Minesweeper was a good game. Yeah, when I would look up games about franchises I knew, like Mario or Sonic, it's how I came across Game Theory. I started watching Game Theory. I remember that. So I got into Game Theory. That was like that was a YouTuber I watched that was a bit outside of Minecraft. That was like, I was starting to, like, explore other gaming sections of YouTube that weren't Minecraft. And it was really, really interesting. Like, not all of his theories make sense, but, like, it is kind of interesting to listen to. Ow. Why are there so many of you down here? Stop that. There's a lush cave down here. I think I got fire protection on my boots, so it's not that big of a deal. Is there an axolotl? I was kind of meaning to find one. We'll look deeper in. Yeah, and it was, as I was watching more YouTube, I just started to, like, learn about more games outside of Nintendo that I just, like, had never heard of. And that's when I started exploring indie games. And that's when I was introduced to Five Nights at Freddy's. Where it was, like, the idea of, like, a simple, like, such a simple, the idea that games could be scary. You have to go deeper. Mother Earth can't feel it yet. It was like, that's when I discovered Five Nights at Freddy's. And that's when I was like, I learned about the concept that video games could be scary. And it was like it was like FNAF 3 wasn't even out yet when I saw it, when I watched, like, footage of the game. When I watched someone play the game. And I was, like, really interested in following it. And then when the third game came out, that's how I found Markiplier. Oh wow, the glowberries look very different in this. That's when I discovered Markiplier. And then, like, I watched this FNAF 3 playthrough. And it was just like, it's funny watching it, because he's just like, well, this is the end of Five Nights at Freddy's, guys. This is it. This is the trilogy. And then, like, that summer, no, like, that summer, they made FNAF 4. It's like he made 3 games in the span of a year. Absolutely wild run. Yeah, now like FNAF 2 has its own movie. But it's like, I doubt, I don't know if they're any good. Normally when someone says a movie is for the fans, then there's normally a 50-50 chance that it's like really good or really, really, really bad. Because like I don't want to be like pandered to. I would like to see the properties or products that I enjoy like be presented in an interesting way. And not just be like, hey, here's what you want, now clap. Like it's more than that. You have to like dig deeper than that. I always remember these wells. They don't do anything. Was that glass? What the fuck was that? I heard like the sound of glass breaking. What was that? Alright. I don't know what that was all about. Alright, this cave looks like something that of the likes that no one has seen. Alright, in we go again. Shit. And yeah, that was at the point, like, I think I was maybe in, oh, whoops. Oh, hi. That was like at the point, I think I discovered FNAF when I was in 8th grade. And then like when I would look up videos about it on the internet, I would like find, that's how I found like Markiplier's videos. And that's how I really got into his YouTube channel. And that is how I became the gamer you see before you now. Because once I got my own Steam account, I was like started to explore like video games that were outside of my Wii or GameCube. And I kind of outgrew those two. I kind of outgrew those consoles. I would say outgrew, like I wouldn't really say outgrow. Like I think I'd still plug it in and like, oh my god, really? Fucking, no! No, fuck! You gotta be kidding me! That's the first one I ever found! Fuck, dude! That is copper horse armor. I've never had a console. That fucking sucks. That's so upsetting. Not to mention, that is like stupidly close to the surface. That spawner was stupidly close to the surface. Like, that would have been a perfect spawner to use. That would have been an absolutely perfect spawner. Why were there no skeletons in that spawner? Why was it just a creeper? Why was there only a creeper here? That makes no sense. Whatever. Yeah, like throughout like the 2010s, throughout like the mid 2010s, I was just like buying any Steam game I kind of found interesting. So I like dug through all the different indie games. Skeleton spawners are the most useful? Yeah, exactly. Bones are the most useful resource as opposed to rotten flesh and like string. Well, like spider spawners are just like less convenient to really use. Because spiders are like, they're like a weird dimension. They're like a 2x2, they take up like a 2x2 space, they climb walls. Kind of annoying to use. What is up with this cave? Such a weird looking cave. Are we gonna do something risky? Holy shit. I'm going so fucking fast. Ow. I was flying so fast, I got really scared. I have feather falling, so it's not that big of a deal. Yeah, holy shit. Yeah, I think, like, when I started the YouTube channel, I only really had, like, 2 Steam games. I only really owned 2 games on Steam. Like, interestingly enough. I don't know, maybe not even 2 games. I think, like, I only owned Terraria. That's really interesting to think about. Like, I've owned that game for so long. Of all games, and off all games, it was how to cheat on test game. Yeah, that one Flash game from a website that no longer exists. But that was a website that I used to use a lot when I was younger. I don't know, people won't understand. People will never understand the glory of Flash games. The newer generations might not remember it very well, if at all, unfortunately. Flash games were a really weird breed of games. Find some really weird shit if you dug around the right sites, truly. And it's like some of them really date themselves. Have you ever played like the all like the Barack Obama in Narnia games? All like the Barack Obama Goes to Narnia point and click adventure game. I remember that one. It's like, does our current president have Flash games about him? Actually, maybe he does. But I think Obama has more. Hell, maybe even like Bush probably has Flash games about him. probably like George W. Bush probably has Flash games made about him. Obama definitely did. I need like more sticks. There you go. But yeah, you get some weird stuff like that. You get like, what other games were there? There was like Interactive Torture Chamber, there was Stick Wars, there was Thing. There was Boxhead. Boxhead was also a really good Flash game. There's also obviously Papa Louie's games. Some of them are on Steam now. Well, not like the I don't think I played the Papa Louie games. I played like the Papa Restaurant games. I played the restaurant games. Hi Ash, can I VR yet? Homeowner? What? Say that again, Ash? I don't understand what you mean. I live in the basement. You should know my voice at least. Please. Didn't you say like your voice is like deeper than normal? Or like it's gotten deeper lately? I don't know. It's like Dream's face reveal. I don't think like the voice I imagine like that comes out of your mouth in my head would probably never meet the expectations if I heard you in real life. You know what I mean? It'd be like that, where it's just like I feel like if I hear your real voice, yeah, deeper than you would except for a baby. You'd be like, "Hey, Danny, it's me, Ash." I'm Ash. I'm the guy that's on your Twitch chat. Attempt to do the voice. I did just do the voice. That's what I think you sound like. You're actually kind of close. And I hate it. Cool, then I'm just gonna use that voice from now on. You're actually kind of close and I hate it. That's good. Let me put this away. But it's not that. So it's how much is it like deeper or is it like higher than that? It's like you know like a super manly voice. I don't know, did your voice get like, did you ever notice when your voice got suddenly deeper from like puberty? Because I feel like I never noticed. You know, like I would need to be in VC to let you know. Yes, I did. You see, like, I never realized what I sounded like when I was younger, and it was like really interesting to hear my voice from when I was a kid. it scared me. It was overnight. It's weird to hear, like, it's weird to watch, like, videos or audio, or listen to audio of yourself from when you were younger. And I'm like, I sounded like that at one point, really? Because when, it's like, my sister apparently found a DVD that just says, like, it had, like, the date 2003 on it. And it turned out, it was, like, a bunch of, like, old video clips of me and, of, like, the three of us, me and my two siblings, when we were, like, maybe, like, less than a year old, 2 years old, and 3 years old, respectively. I was the middle child, so I was like 2 or 3 years old at the time. And it was so weird. I was like, I don't remember this at all. I was like, what I'm doing in this, I don't remember at all. And I was like so tiny. And honestly, I didn't look too different. Honestly, damn it, I have a picture of myself from kindergarten. Well, no, there's a picture of me from 5th grade, but I have a picture of me from kindergarten that I could have shared. Because, like, there's a picture of it, I'm, like, in my dad's house. There's a picture of it in my dad's house, and I was like, I should have taken a picture of that and shared it. Did you see my art? Yeah, I did. Did you want that to be, like, an emote or something? Was it good? Yeah, it looked fine. Oh, hey, lucky us. Alright, thank God. Alright, we redeem ourselves. We're good. Alright, so take a picture of this. We need the coordinates of this space. Or no, I don't even need to open the F3. I have the coordinates on all the time. Because, like, you know, they made a change that I actually like for once. Yeah, this area isn't even that deep. I just wanted to show it off. Why? I don't know. I was, like, thinking, were you trying to, like, get it as an emote on the Discord? Well, I don't even know how many emoji slots we have left. I don't really know how many emoji slots we have left in the Discord. 1 sex. Yeah, currently we're doing like a huge mining trip. We're mining more than we ever had before. We're extracting more from the earth than you would ever have expected me to find. And also just talking about random things. I'm in voice chat. Good for you. I'm not joining. I don't do that. I don't do things like that. I hate doing things for my fans. I don't like doing things for my fans, that's why. We can tell. Yeah, it's like I actually hate my fans. I don't actually like any of you. I say that so you don't accidentally develop a parasocial relationship with me. I think I'd be crossing boundaries with my fans if I put one on voice chat like that. But it's like, I don't want to... It's like, you need to strike a balance. I don't want it to become super parasocial, but I also don't want it to make it sound like I hate you all, and I don't, like, appreciate that you all actually come to my streams. You guys are like dogs to me. You're merely all money. You're all like pigs I extract money from. You're all cows that I milk. Actually, no, that's a bad analogy. You're all... Yeah, the pig analogy's better. And less inappropriate. No, but... Like, why? Why should I? There's no reason to. I don't do those kinds of things. Maybe I'll do it one day for like a Make-A-Wish kid, where it'll be like, what's your dying wish? And it's like, I wanna meet Danny Super Noob. I wanna play video games with Danny Super Noob. And I'm like, okay, yeah, I guess I'll come in for this Make-A-Wish kid, why not? I can at least do that. I'll at you so much you will uninstall Discord. I was like, what? Don't render your Discord account pointless by me just banning your account. Because if you spam it, honestly, I'm going to imagine you'll probably just get banned from the Discord. And if it's not by me, it'll be like by someone else who's just like, stop spamming. By the power of making like 9 million Gmail accounts. Will your parents allow that? Do your parents allow you to have more than one Gmail account? Like, will they let you do that? Who said it would be in general, chat? I mean, I have had 4. Yeah, I was like, when did I make my first email? When did I make my email for the first time? I think the first email I ever had was obviously the one I have with my school. That was it. That was really it. And then, like, I used that email for 4 years, and then, like, I made my own personal one that was used throughout college. Is this gonna be in a YouTube video? No, it won't be. This is just the Forever World stuff. Just Minecraft things. Just Minecraft things. Just, like, jumping around and doing random shit. I'm also out of torches again. See, that's the thing about mining in the modern versions of Minecraft. Like, you can't find coal everywhere. You want to play story D&D? I mean, if you want. Like, if you hit me with, like, a premise that we can all, like, derive a conversation from. We can all analyze your story writing skills once more. We can all examine it. Examine it or make fun of you. I don't know. We'll figure it out. We'll make it up as we go. Because I don't know. I was thinking about, like, I don't really write many of my own stories. I haven't, like, tried writing one lately. I've been, like, trying to, like, I'm trying to, like, write a magic system. I'm trying to, like, figure out how I would, like, make a world of magic. Because I think, like, when I found myself revisiting Harry Potter, it just kind of made me realize how little magic in Harry Potter makes sense. Like, magic in Harry Potter doesn't mean anything. Like there's spells to stab people, and then there are spells to, like, set people on fire, but then there's also just a spell that's like, if I cast this on you, you just die. And it's just like, okay, so what's the point of the other two spells? Like, you know what I mean? There's some, like, weird quirks about the magic in Harry Potter that's kind of like that. Stuff bubblegum up their nose and shit. Yeah, there's, like, weird stuff like that, where it's like, it clearly wasn't thought out, like, at the beginning. And it's okay. It's no big deal, but don't try to act like it was thought out from the beginning. Because that's kind of what J.K. Rowling did, kind of after the books were done. She was like, yes, I actually knew everything that was going to happen in Harry Potter from the very beginning. And it's just like, no, you didn't. You honestly didn't. And I think it just makes your story worse when you try to act that way. Oh, that's where he went. I've never watched them, so I don't know. I don't know, the thing in Harry Potter is that, like, the magic in Harry Potter is, like, soft magic. It's soft magic in a sense. Because, like, in story writing, creating magic systems, normally people categorize it between, like, hard and soft magic. Where it's like, soft magic is, like, there aren't really super tight rules to how magic is casted. Oh, shit. There aren't really super tight rules to how it's casted, and the limitations aren't very clear. It's kind of normally used for spectacle, like in Harry Potter. But then there's hard magic, where it's actually, like, there are defined rules and limitations for it, like in Avatar. Or something like that. What is that? That is definitely a bot. What is this? One to make everyone, of them pour blood until they fucking die? Watch them? Wait, what was your question? Should we start in your point of view or someone else's? I guess you can do it in my point of view. I don't know. We've always done it in my point of view. I had an idea. Well, okay, if you had a preference, then you should have just not gave me an option. Oh, shit. I don't know, even with diamond armor, I still have, like, trouble, like, getting rid of these guys super easily. I mean, I don't have my shield out. I think that's one of the problems. I just don't bother to use one. Shields are beneath me. I don't need the protection. I'm the one protecting the shield. Enter writer's block? Already having writer's block? You can't have writer's block at the age of 13. You have your whole life ahead of you. You can't peak as a 14? You can't peak as a storyteller at the age of 14. You can't do that. You'd be like every anime character where they peak in their teens. Because, like, all anime protagonists are just high schoolers, and they just do all this supernatural, they accomplish all these incredible feats at the ripe age of 15. Some even younger. Like, if you want to go even younger, look at Pokemon. You got kids saving the world, and they're like, you have like 10-year-olds thwarting plans for world domination. I have an idea. And it's like, it's taken to like a greater extreme if you look at like Pokemon Adventures, the manga. Which is like, I don't even know if they still make it. I think they still do, actually. Jesus. There's like, I feel like there's just more mobs than there normally are. What the hell was that? Why did that happen? Y'all stop that? There's like so many dudes down here. So many bums down here. There's so many creepers. Like, I don't know. It's like if you showed this to someone in an older version of Minecraft, they'd be like, what the fuck am I looking at? They'd be like, what the hell is any of this? It's like, why is everything so tall? It's like an entire other dimension down here. Ow. Like, go away. I don't know, I could probably try flying through here. And like, I don't really build things with redstone either. Jesus. I'm also out of, I think I'm out of torches. No, I'm not. I'm not really sure. I'm at Y-41. This is actually really deep. It's so deep. I'm 24 and this is deep. Ow. Let's see if I found more diamonds. I kind of miss the old diamond texture, honestly. I actually really like it. I don't know, it's like, I was always like half and half on whether I liked, the texture changes for Minecraft. What do you do? Jesus Christ. Why is there so much fucking text? Jesus. You felt different, a man in your head? What is, you started controlling... Because it's a story? It's okay, so like... Oh, I see what's going on. It's like a perspective thing. You know you can press Shift-Enter? Can you like press Shift-Enter to like indent your text? And like separate text boxes? I forgot the period. I wonder how much damage this bow actually does. It's like a surprising amount of damage. I feel like it does more damage than the actual sword. I don't think that works on Twitch. You can't do that on Twitch? Oh, okay. Interesting. I tried it didn't work. Alright, we're back up to this area. We're back up to this Y level. This is like Y0. Yeah, this sword's actually powerful and like a two-shot. What do you do? Alright, 1 second. What is this? Gave you a necklace. Things around you tend to die more often no matter what you do. What kind of things die? Like anything or like... I was like, what kind of things die? Like animals, like all, like plant life, everything. So if I like stand around my grandparents for too long, where are my actual parents? Where are my actual parents? Why is it normally... Why do they normally, like, put, like, why does, like, the main character of a story normally get put with their grandparents? They're dead? Oh, of course. How could I have guessed? It's nothing like the... Is how you have that angst. You get that. You gotta make your protagonist a little edgy. I mean, like, I'm guilty of it too. I mean, I'm guilty of it too. Normally, my main characters normally don't have parents because I just don't feel like writing them. Well, I get why people do that, because it's like that's 2 more characters that you'd have to write and flesh out. So it's just like, all right, let's just have a character. Let's just have them be dead, or like have their death like be like haunt the narrative or something. That also works too. You can do that. Sorry, I need to pause the game to actually like read this. You've almost been beheaded a few times now, but yesterday you felt different. Okay. Started controlling you, wake up in a straw bed you had for years. Think about it, it's scary. So what, do I just like black out and something is like controlling what I do? Jesus. It's like it's a good like, it's like Cyberpunk. It's like Cyberpunk 2077 when like Johnny takes over V's body temporarily. Jesus! I didn't have many options there. I'm gonna try. Here's what we're gonna try. Oh, fuck. Oh, fuck. That's really scary to control. That's like a whole underground lake here. You take over this body named that Marcus... What? Okay. I have a stroke? You did have a stroke. Let me rewrite, I'm sorry. It's fine, I'm used to it. I'm used to it by this point. I'm used to reading your nonsense. Your bizarre stories. How's that, did you do anything more with that zombie story you were writing? Where, like, the zombie... Because, like, I honestly was thinking about your story a bit. Where it was like, I honestly can't really think of many other zombie stories where zombies eat each other. I was like, I guess, like, I never really appreciated that detail when you, like, talked about it. Where I was just like, you know what? That is actually a novel concept if the zombies just decided to try to eat each other. It's not just about eating humans. The zombies are even trying to eat each other. I don't know why I find that idea, like, really kind of neat. Ow. Yeah, it's like, I've kind of already found what I wanted to find in this mining trip. I guess, like, if we just dug around enough, we'd be able to find one of those dungeons. We could have had 2. We could have had 2 of them, so it kind of sucks that that happened. What side of torches are no? The one streaming took over Marcus's body. So, wait, I'm a person in this story. I, as in Danny, is a person in this story, and I have taken over the body of a person named Marcus. Is that what you just said? Kind of? Yes and no? Okay. This... Ash can only answer questions vaguely. Me when I gain the talent to become a story writer, but I can only answer questions vaguely in exchange. You kind of spawned into existence from the necklace that's forged. Did you make this up just right now? What the fuck did I just say? I don't know. Read your shit before you send it. You have to read it out loud to yourself. That's the only way you're gonna be able to proofread your work. Like, if you skim over it without reading it out loud, you're still gonna make a mistake. You're still gonna be prone to making a mistake. Alright, I don't recognize this music at all. What's over here? I was already over here. Oh, shit. I walked right by it. Pog music? Yeah, it's like, I'm not against the new music, but sometimes I really appreciate when I hear the old ones. When the old track plays, it just, like, makes me feel nice. I don't have anything against the new music, though. Like, the new music is actually really nice. But it's not something I'd expect to hear in Minecraft. Well, what do you do? What? Have I just woken out of bed? Is that what happened? I've woken out of bed as Marcus? I didn't even pick that up. Yeah? I guess, like... What happens if I just take off the necklace? If I just take off the necklace? And it's like, I guess, like, when I ask these kind of questions during these stories, it's just like, does, like, Marcus know what we know as the audience? God, that gets really weird. That's a really weird question. That would require a lot of discussion. It's getting too deep. I lack the wisdom. I lack the wisdom to understand the nuances behind your stories. I need, like, Aqua Affinity. You take off the necklace, you gasp, and Marcus takes over. You become a mouth on his neck. He looks around unknowingly and puts it back on without saying nothing. Without saying anything. This is such a... Sorry, I'm trying to understand what the fuck you're saying. You become a mouth on his neck. Marcus looks around unknowingly. Does Marcus perceive me? Does Marcus perceive me in any capacity? Where's the... Yeah, I figured there were diamonds down here. Because, like, these don't count as air blocks. He didn't see you, so no. Also, there's, like... Jesus, there's so much here. Yeah, this cave is gigantic. This is some shit that you'd see in, like, Sea of Flames. Back when, like, people did Minecraft adventure maps. The good old days. I miss those. Adventure maps were kind of a lost art. What do you do? Stampy's rocket ship? Well, I don't remember that episode. That was from like his lovely world. I honestly very vaguely remember that episode. I have to watch it again. I was like, what episode was he on when I started watching his videos? I think like he was only on like episode 300. He was like reaching episode 300 when I started watching him consistently. Back in the day when I was just a lad. He was on like 653. That was good times. I don't know, what is... I guess, like, even though you were born much later than me and you still know who this YouTuber is. Which is interesting. Or something really high. When did you start watching him? Because, like, honestly, I want to say the time I started watching Stampy, that's, like, around the time you were born. I was like, were you even born yet when I started watching that guy? Or Longnose? Head. Long head. I need to watch him again. It's like, Ash, since you're only 14, so like, if I think about it, I want to say that you might not have been even born when I started watching him. Which is like weird to think. Because again, people were apparently born after 2010. I have to, one must imagine the idea. One must imagine, he stopped YouTube? Yeah. And he's like working with 4J to make some new game. which low-key doesn't look particularly interesting. For mental health? Was it mental health? I thought he was just retiring, like, just because he was just, like, he just felt like he was done. Ah! Ow. It was not mental, he got tired of it? Well, I was like... I guess, like, when you say for mental health, that makes it sound worse than it actually is. I was like, I want to say he just felt like he was done and he just, like, decided to walk away. That's all it was. He was tired? Yeah, basically. It was like back in the day, he was like, I upload one Minecraft video a day. Hell, Markiplier used to upload twice a day. What do you do? I'm still thinking about it. It's like, it's one of those things where it's like, I don't even know. Like, how about we take a look around my bedroom? Is this like, what type of environment is this? Is this like fantasy? Is this like modern? Yeah? So which one? I hate it when I ask, like, chat, like, is it this or is it this? But then someone just says, yeah. And I'm just like, okay, I should have, like, asked that more specifically. It's fantasy? But he has things from now? What does that mean? How does that work? But not, like, phones? I'm not in another world? I'm not in another world with my cell phone? With my smartphone? What do you mean I'm not in another world with my smartphone? What are you talking about? Damn, we have a lot of diamonds. I remember this argument. Well, was this about the jeans? Yeah, this is... I remember this argument too, where we were like, I don't think they were jeans in fantasy. I was like, I don't know what fantasy stories you were reading where we had jeans. I was like, people maybe wore leather pants, but they didn't have jeans. There was no denim. Well, actually, what is denim made of? Like, is denim like a specific material derived from somewhere? I actually don't know. Is leather or leather pants and jeans the same thing? Like interchangeable terms? Like if I say like, oh, I'm putting on some leather pants, like would people already know like, yes, he's wearing jeans? Or would they be expecting something else? Oh shit. Oh shit, you right? Yeah, is denim like a mixture of different fabrics? Like different materials? I feel like it would be. Otherwise, they would have just called it leather. Like, why would they bother calling it denim? Cotton? 100%? Is it actually all cotton? Is it? If it's 100% cotton, then why don't they just call it cotton? Ads? This cave system is also gigantic. Like, we've been down here for so long now. Oh, shit. God damn it. There's so much water in there. I'm gonna type up a storm about your room. Yeah, go for it. Man, paint me a picture in my mind. Paint me a picture in my mind that would tell me what my room looks like. Does it look anything like the room behind me? The nothingness behind me? The void behind me? The void world I live in. I haven't found anything else apart from just like... It's like there's probably diamonds I've walked past. Like I've probably seen diamonds, I just haven't bothered to grab them. Because this game is just too easy. It's just all too easy. How could I make Minecraft harder? I guess I just go back to an older version and play Greg Tech. Which is like, I haven't really touched my Greg Tech world in a while. Like, I literally got in the Steam Power, but then I just kind of fell out of it. It's funny, because like, I fall out of it right when I'm about to get into the part with the machines. Which is like, weird. Like, why would I do that? Maybe other people have done that too. You see a drawer, you look through it and see a few pants and some jeans. Top of the nightstand next to the bed, you see how to magic for stupid people. And to your left, you see a door. Alright, good. That's all I needed to know. What if I just go back to sleep? What would happen then? What time is it in universe? A dark oak door? Why are you emphasizing it's oak? Is that important? Is that an important detail? Is that like... It's like Chekhov's door. It's like Chekhov's door. The door will be open when you're presented with it. If you're presented with a door in the story, that means the door will eventually be opened. You go back to sleep. You feel energized and cannot sleep. What time is it even? What time is it even? Where the fuck is this? This is the kind of cave that, like, a cave dweller would see and be like, yeah, I want to walk through this. And then they get stuck and they die. This is the kind of cave that they travel down. Of course, real-life caves don't have that. You do not know. You know it's sun up, though. Alright, I guess I will leave my room. Alright, give me that. I think it has to do, this has to do with, like, the nightlight on my computer. It's making the lapis look kind of green. But it's because, like, I have an orange hue on my computer to make the colors warmer. Because I use my computer a lot, so I don't want, like, the light to be too harsh. Holy shit. And it's like, I'm traveling down this, thinking that there's gonna be something down here. When I know there isn't. I don't know, maybe when the lava subsides. Well, you see an empty wooden wheelchair and feel a deep sadness? You see a tail with nothing on it? You should go to the shop. Alright, so let's go to the shop. One sec. Yeah, this cave is bullshit. It's like just a crevice in the ground. I don't know, it's like a good solid 2 hours of mining. I was like, maybe we weren't gonna be able to do, like, mining. Maybe the entire stream isn't gonna be mining. Because I was just like, we found so much garbage. We found so much garbage that I think I'm happy with this. God damn it. What the fuck? Well, what the hell just happened? Welcome back. This is just a patch of gravel. What do you do? I said, like, let's go to the shop. I think we're gonna head back. Oh, shit. Oh, my God. Jesus. I didn't realize that was gonna happen. Oh, we're in the ocean. I'm like, where the hell are we? Alright. Let me get my bearings. Where the hell are we right now? You walk over to the shop, you're poor, you look around, see a message board in a tavern. Oh, of course. Yeah. Is this town a non-zombie village? This is a nice town. This is a very well put together city. Look at this spot. This place looks really nice, honestly. Kill the bartender and take everything? Please don't. And what if I do? What happens then? Does it cast me into a different timeline? I will max her stats. Ah! Jesus. I didn't even hear that. I honestly didn't hear it at all. Where is the... I'm like thinking, where the hell's my house? Like somewhere this way. Oh, that was a good haul. It was like 2 shulker boxes worth of resources. Oh, and I think like there's a specific area I wanted to point out. That was just like, this area's kind of cool. It's this area here. I honestly think this this space here could be nice to have another portal that comes here. I would love to come back here. That's like probably the prettiest looking village I've seen. Do you go to the tavern or the bounty board? Let's go to the tavern, bro. Let's do shit in the tavern. I don't know, is it like better to have flight duration 3? It's like we have so much gunpowder that we probably could. Purple-haired elf ladies? Alright, cool. Anything is possible in my fantasy world. Let me go to sleep. Oh, whoops. Take a bottle of whiskey, smash it at someone's head, and stab them with the glass. The bar is empty other than her, the bartender. I mean, like, do people normally go to a bar at, like, the crack of dawn? Do people normally do that? Like, no, I don't think anybody goes to a bar for anything, like, breakfast related, as far as I know. Ask her out? Alright, let me empty out all my garbage. Yeah, that chest is just completely full. We might need, like, an entirely new storage area. I've been talking about, like, a space where we could totally have a new base. I've been, like, talking about it. But I don't know if it'll ever see the light of day. I don't know, it might be an idea that can be actualized one of these days. Manifested into existence. But yeah, here's our resource count. We don't really need to smelt this. I just needed more. Yeah, we now have like a stack and a half of diamonds, but that's not even like, I don't even think I've opened the other, no, that's all the diamonds. Now, how are we doing on coal? It looks like we have 2 more stacks of coal than we did before. Honestly, I think we should, like, just go. We should just go flying. We should just go flying and exclusively pick up coal. Like, we can definitely do that. We can just fly into mountains and just find all the coal we want like that. That's like something I should have done at the very beginning of all this. There's a moss block, deep slate cobblestone. And then also get rid of this. I sent what she looks like? Did you? You said she has purple hair, that's it. I didn't see anything else you sent. Discord? Why did you send it there? Okay. Can you draw a sketch of the suspect? I drew that shit. That's not purple. That's not purple. That doesn't look purple at all. It's a really deep purple. Alright, I'll trust you. For now. I'll trust you that you... Well, actually... One second, let me look at it again. Is it because of this? Wait, give me a second. Let me check something. No, even when I turn off the nightlight for my computer, that is still not purple. What do I do? Is there like a booth I can sit at and I just like sit there quietly for hours and do nothing? That's what I would do at like any restaurant. I would just like go there and just like chill in like a booth somewhere. Just chill there like that. Remember, Marcus knows these people and has relationships with them. Am I supposed to know things? Am I supposed to know everything that Marcus knows? We're gonna go fly out and find some more coal. I don't think this is... We can have more than this. It's like, I want to say there's like some mountain ranges. Like over in this direction where it's like there's just coal sitting out in the open. That's what we want. Yes, like that. This is what you're looking for in your Minecraft world. You need to extract it for all that it's worth. I don't know, it kind of makes me think about Satisfactory. I remember playing that game. Maybe that'd be a fun game to stream, but I don't know. I think it's a bit too technical of a game. I'm like, is it too like higher knowledge for my audience? You ever want to say that you're all dumbasses? I was like, maybe you must remember that though. It would. I mean, I think it'd be cool if we played Satisfactory. I want you to. I was like, wait, what is this about? It's like, what the fuck are we saying here? To play Satisfactory. It's like, I actually do know how to play that game. I actually have played. I mean, like, I think I kind of fall off once they introduce trains. I've never seen a biome like this. Where the hell is this? It's like a jungle plains biome. I honestly thought this biome was like only in Greg Tech or something. Then how the fuck are you failing this game? Wait, what's going on? This honestly looks... I honestly thought this biome was just something in Greg Tech. I feel like I haven't been in this direction either. I don't recall being over here. Well, I see a hole right there. You have to remember that Marcus knows these people, so what do? So there is no booth to sit and chill and reflect on my life. On what little life I have. I don't know, I'm like, dude, bars normally have booths. Well, it's like... I don't know. It's like the idea of going to a bar just kind of... I don't know how I feel about it. It's like I would sit at like... So I have to sit at a table. At like a bar table, and there's like... I gotta sit right next to other people. And I kind of feel weird. I went to a breakfast place like that once. After my dentist appointment. And I'm probably gonna do it again. When I go to my next dentist appointment. Because I'm gonna get there on my own. You need money for that? Too, there is none? Alright, so maybe it's like the McDonald's, where they don't care if I don't have money. They just let me sit in there anyway. And besides, no one's even there. See, like, if I know this bartender, will she spot me a drink? Is she cool like that? What are you doing, though? What if I ask for a free drink? Would she do that? Because the good things in life are free. Actually, no. Maybe we have been this way before. What the hell is that? I was like, this is like a lava. It's like a little lava spill right there. That's interesting. No, honey, you're underage for that? Wait, what? What? Wait, is there such thing as underage drinking in like fantasy worlds? Is that a thing? Is there underage drinking in the in like fantasy genre? I didn't know that. Who said it was his age? I was like, no, we're talking about like Marcus's age, I guess. I don't know. Damn, I don't remember being up here. There's a dark oak biome here. And a pale oak biome. Yeah, I'm not sure if I've been here before. There's some goats. I don't know, it's only Y160, so it's not particularly tall. Tell her you're an elf and that you look you only look young because of your race. You've been here. So what? Is there... Can I have, like, water? Can she spot me a bottle with, like, a glass of water? Sure. It's because I'm thirsty. I've been thirsty all my life. You're too young to drink water. Alright. You know, I'm glad I don't remember the days when I had to be breastfed. I don't have such strange memories. I don't know, does anybody have, like, vague memories of being, like, a baby? Does anybody have vague memories like that? Like, I feel like I do have vague memories of me being in a diaper. I want to say I do. No? But I think it's, like, I remember there being, like, I think I lived in, like, a suburban house when I was maybe 1 or 2 years old. And there was, like, a tornado warning. There was, like, a tornado watch, and we had to, like, go to a specific part of our house to, like, kind of take shelter. This was, like, before I lived in Chicago. I lived in a town called Bolingbrook with my parents. Obviously. No, I didn't live on my own at the ripe age of 1. I didn't become my own man just yet. I didn't become like my own man yet. I need more years on my belt. I remember when I was younger, I was chilling in a laundry basket by the stairs and someone pushed it down and didn't see me. Oh, Jesus. I think I remember jumping from a bunk bed. Do you know like the ceramic? You know like those ceramic covers that people put on lamps, like on ceiling lamps? Do you know what I mean? They're kind of like, it's not quite glass. It's delicate like glass, but it's not transparent like glass. I don't really know what material it is. It's some sort of like ceramic material, I think. Not plastic though. I don't remember what it was, but I remember it being attached to like a ceramic. I remember it being attached to a lamp cover on the ceiling in like my aunt's house, and I jumped from a bunk bed and I slammed my head into it and shattered it. And like shattered it with my head. Yeah, it was pretty awkward. I don't know if my uncle ever found out I did that. I don't know if my uncle ever found that out. Hopefully he didn't. Big head. Is this why you have autism? I don't have autism. I don't. I was like, was there any sign that I had autism? Like, what is the sign? Okay, buddy. Are you a doctor? You a doctor? Do you know like autism when you see it? We love you the way you are. Oh, there's a swamp biome here. I just have autism myself. Yeah, you're projecting, asshole. Stop projecting. You think you just want to think that everyone around you is just as autistic as you are. It takes one to know one. That's a really tall mountain. Yeah, didn't you know the autism to homosexuality pipeline? There's been some research papers about it, I think. A nice spot. Bisexual, but yeah, maybe. When did you discover you were bisexual? That's like a genuine question, by the way. When did you like discover that for yourself? Like, that's not, I'm not like, this isn't like a joke question. Like, I'm just actually curious. I saw a sexy man on the internet. Alright. Should I take my chance at, what? DMing? Oh. I was like, but DMing who? What are you talking about? You forget I'm 14? Dungeon mastering? Dungeon mastering, solo leveling. Yeah, I feel like I haven't been over here. You're not cut out for it? Is that what you meant to say? You're not count out for it? There's like an even taller mountain over there. Yeah, wow, look at this valley. Holy shit. This place is cool looking. Imagine 6 of you sitting in a room fucking with you. It's a cool mountain range, too. I don't know, it's just interesting to think that this is vanilla Minecraft. I think I'd crack all 6 of them. I don't know. I don't think I'd fuck myself if I ever met myself. I don't think I'd ever do that. I don't think I'd want to. Lou 100% is autism. Let me check this hole. Like, look at this giant crater. Oh no, it's not like... Like, god damn. What the fuck is happening in this world, Jen? You met your female self, would you smash? No. Because it's like, okay, if you meet, like, a clone of yourself, or, like, it's like the person is kind of, like, genetically you. You know what I mean? I feel like you wouldn't want to do that. Same. I feel like for both our sakes, we would not want to do that. Honestly, I completely forgot why we were flying around. It was because of Cole. Sorry, I was getting wrapped up in these really, like, provocative questions. These really deep questions. Let's make more rules to this. I was getting swept up in these deep questions. I just kind of forgot what we were doing. Yeah, I don't think I've seen this area before. I think I just didn't feel like landing because I didn't want to deal with any zombies. Yeah, look at them all. Jesus. I don't know why there's so many of them. I mean, like, in older versions of Minecraft, this would actually be threatening, but... Ow. This would actually be threatening, but not anymore. Yeah, what other rules do you want to add to this? Like... Well, what else could we possibly add? She's unable to get pregnant, she's fully up to it as long as you are, and is up for anything, but she is literally you but a woman? Honestly, no. I'd still not do it. It's too weird. It's just too weird. It's way too fucking weird. What's that out there? That's just like a really large nether portal. Holy shit. Oh, this is also a fire waiting to happen, by the way. Oh yeah, this is bad. They just like cover it up or something. There's probably a chest here, but I don't really care. Jesus. Now you're just saying your fantasies out loud? Because I fuck myself? Alright, let's circle back. We don't have enough fireworks to keep going. Oh, wow. Wait, what the heck? Is this supposed to be a shipwreck? This ship looks pretty intact. You guys seeing this? This ship is actually just sitting on the surface. Buried treasure map, copper Nautilus armor, paper. I'm gonna go shower. Yeah, go cleanse yourself of these thoughts when you come back, if you're gonna come back. Let's talk about something that isn't that. The ship is not wrecked. We can talk about something that isn't that while you're gone. Like, the fact that this shipwreck is not a wreck. Alright, what's going on here? This is somewhere this way, right? Yeah, okay. I always have to remind myself, like, the sun rises in the east. As I always have to remind myself of that. I'm a fucking moron. I did exactly what I said, like, I told myself not to do. I mined it with the wrong pickaxe. Alright, what's going on here? I don't know. I don't think there's anything that this treasure chest could offer me, but there's no shame in looking for it anyway. Now, where the hell is this? Where the hell is it? There we go. And there's nothing even in there that I want. Yeah, but honestly, I kind of want to go take a picture of that treasure, of that shipwreck. I personally think this thing is really cool. And it's the fact that it's, like, not actually submerged underwater is really interesting to me. Let's take a picture of this. Alright, so I don't know if we have enough fireworks to actually get home. But we'll give it a shot. I do see some other treasure, like, I see some actual shipwrecks, but I don't feel like grabbing them. I remember when these were added. I remember when, like, everything changed about the ocean, because I remember when... Back when, like, I consistently played on a Minecraft server with my friends. That was before they kind of fell out of Minecraft. They didn't play it as often. But we used to play Minecraft a lot when we were younger. Because it's weird to think that I've known these guys for seven years. Like, my friends, like Jay, Jaina, Joel, and Nate. Would you smooch a ghost? Hell yeah. Heck yeah, I would. Yeah, why not? Yeah, can you believe we're in the same year as when Deltarune Chapter 5 is gonna launch? I'm, like, honestly so excited for it. Like, after playing Chapter 3 and 4, it was just like, I'm so excited to see what comes next. It's like, I think, like, Chapter 2 was, like, it did a good job of differentiating itself from Undertale. Because I felt like Chapter 1 kind of followed some similar story beats to Undertale. But then, like, Chapter 2 kind of differentiated itself, and then 3 and 4 differentiated itself even further from it. And, like, probably even surpassed it in quality. This is also a really cool place, too. Look at this. Wait, look at this mountain. Yeah, this place is crazy. I don't know, I guess I never really got a chance to take in the new world gen. Like, see spaces like this. Like, it looks really cool. Alright, let's try to get home. I think, like, I do need dark oak, but I'll grab it some other time later. There's also a village here. And I think I recognize that land formation. Yeah, honestly, you don't need that many fireworks to get back home. Here's a closer swamp biome. I've always, like, thought of making, like, a witch farm, but then sometimes I felt like I didn't really want to min-max these kind of playthroughs too much. Like, I see a witch hut right there. I wasn't sure how much I wanted to min-max these playthroughs. It's like, this is just me playing Minecraft. I didn't want to do anything crazy like that. I just wanted it to be, like, something relaxing. Or I can just, like, enter or lose myself in this world for a while. And maybe in 2 weeks we'll do that too in HYTALE. But, like, honestly, it's probably going to be very broken. It's going to be very unfinished and, like, very non-final. So, like, I don't expect to have, like... I wonder if anybody's going to try to make, like, a HYTALE Forever world when it comes out. I doubt it's going to work out. But maybe we should try it anyway. Because, like, I assume it's going to be like, oh, you're going to need to make a new world anytime a major new update happens. It's, like, just not ideal to keep the world you have. Alright, we're roughly home. There's the beacon. And honestly, we're on our last firework, which is perfect timing. And what do we have? Like 4 stacks of coal and 1 less ender chest? Alright, home sweet home. So this'll keep us fueled for the next year. Several years. Several years I play on this world. We have another Heart of the Sea. We can make a conduit. If I ever, like, feel like using it. I wasn't sure if they were planning to rework the conduit. I could have sworn I heard something like that. I don't know. Don't quote me on it. And this chest is just full. Oh, you know what I should check on? Do I have more? No, I don't. You know what I should check on? I have not checked on these guys. I don't know how long this has been operating, but it's always been, like, loaded in. It's always been loaded in since we built it. So I'm very curious as to how this place is doing. I want to say it's getting to a point where villagers are just kind of killing each other. I want to say it's getting to a point where villagers are just killing each other. Yeah, it's like, how many entities are in there? Which number is it? Which number is it that tells you how many entities are in there? It's, it's like, I don't think we can have any more villagers right now. There's so many inside there. Also, there's a shulker box here. What's in here? There's nothing. There's also a lot of garbage in here. Give me this. Yeah, if we want to, we could pull one out. We could pull one out and then send them over to, like, the new area that we've got set up. Once we, like, kind of build it up a little more. Yeah, what else do I need to do? Because, like, I guess, like, I couldn't really, like, keep up a mining trip the entire way, unfortunately. But I did get a Nautilus, I got a Nautilus, copper armor. I don't know, I'm not really sure if I see the appeal of using a Nautilus. I'm not really sure why you would get one to ride one. It's like horses I can understand, like, most of the land mounts I can understand. But I don't really understand, like, sea mounts. You have, like, Death Strider, you have, like, Dolphin's Grace and whatnot. I don't know, maybe Nautiluses are just faster than I think they are. Oh, right. I guess, like, what I was intending to do, I wanted to get more dark oak trees. And then there was also, like, more area that I wanted to kind of have it... I wanted to kind of have the surrounding area be fenced off, and then also have dark oak trees, like, further surrounding it. So it's like a dark oak, this is like a roofed district. A roofed forest district of some kind. Something like that. Yeah, let me go get a new ender chest. Alright, can you get rid of that bot? Oh, I guess we had it in, did we just have, oh shit. I didn't realize we had like an entire other chest. Alright, so now we have like 3 stacks of diamonds. I didn't realize. Alright, and also some baked potatoes that I forgot to eat. Yeah, let me just like turn all of this into like raw copper blocks. Sadly, we can't like smelt this. It would be cool if like if you went to the end, you could get like a furnace that lets you smelt raw blocks. That could be interesting. But I don't know. I don't know what they're interested in adding right now. Look at this copper ingot is textured too. In like the texture pack. And also, I still haven't sorted out what's inside these shulker boxes. I'm gonna have to do that right now. There's a lot of dirt. And a lot of this garbage. Oh, these don't really matter. Let's also get the dirt block. It's also like, what is all this? I was like, I don't use this for anything. And we also have some more packed mud that's used for the buildings up above. We have some more mud. I just didn't really feel like building today. But I was like, I wanted to do something in this world since it's the New Year's. I also don't know where the day count is. I lost track of the... I don't know where I can see the day count anymore. I kind of wanted to know how many days it's been since the world was... How many in-game days it's been. It's like now I've removed the OBS keybinds that I was using before. So it's like to edit F3, F6. Game version in overlay always. Height map, looking at block memory. Chunk generation stats, player position. Active renderer. Yeah, how much time has passed? I don't know where you can view the day count anymore. Whatever. I don't know, does anybody know? Oh, we actually still have one more dark oak tree we can grow. Honestly, I think I'm going to use this to just grow more. Because I kind of didn't want to fly back and get more. You know, we can, like, grow some trees. There's nothing wrong with that. I just need more saplings. But it's like, you need a lot of saplings. It's a lot of commitment for this one. Unless you were already living in a roofed forest anyway. I don't know. So while I let these saplings decay, let me see what else I can do here. It's like there might have been some things that happened off camera that might like look a little different. Like this path has actually been completed mostly. I did this. I did a bit of this off camera just because you already kind of got the idea before the stream crashed. Which is just like I still don't know why that happens. I have no idea what happens in my OBS software that causes it. I don't know. I gotta check what that. I don't know. It has something to do with my GPU either. Does this axe have fortune on it? No, it's just a normal efficiency axe. I like how in the 2 years that I've played this, I also just haven't gotten netherite tools. I have like one netherite tool and that's it. In fact, I think I've got 2 netherite pickaxes. Because like, when I had a pickaxe that I presumably lost. More memories. And it's like, then I was actually able to go back there because the chunk deloaded. It's actually able to go back and reclaim what was lost. Am I not going to get 4 saplings back from this? I have no idea if it's better to leave saplings the way they are or just to, like, actually make an effort to collect them. Like, manually break the leaves. I actually don't know if there's, like, a preferred way to do it. Because, like, I think you can get fortune on a hoe. And do I have fortune on a hoe? I do. So let me check. It didn't seem to... Well, I got 4 saplings back. I don't know. I think the better strategy is just to fly to one. Will you be live tomorrow? Tomorrow is Friday. No. No, I won't. But I'll be live Saturday, and we'll finally play Dragon Quest. That's it. Because, like, I looked at, I looked at Discord, and I looked at the announcements, and I was like, yeah, we'll be playing Dragon Quest 2 soon, because we hadn't played it yet. Because I think, like, when I beat Dragon Quest 1, I think nobody realized that that was half of the 2 games. That was one of the 2 games that I had, like, in the copy of the game I owned. If that makes sense, because they remade both Dragon Quest 1 and 2. And I was just like, alright, Saturday we'll finally play 2, we'll like, power through it, and then, well, it'll probably be done in time for HYTALE. And then HYTALE will be tagged in, and Infernal Eclipse will just kind of continue on. What's your story? I think, like... We'll go get more trees later. I think I'm just gonna grow one like this. Something like that. Ooh. Yeah, that's pretty good. So we could probably plant one here, too. To, like, further cover up the... Further give some cover under the trees. I don't know, it's like some of the dark oak trees grow kind of large. I don't know, let's go back to... How much time do we have? It's noon. Let's go to the nether. Let's go and check out more of the dark oak. Because I kind of want to... This dark oak part is actually going to be kind of hard to do. Yeah, it's this way. And then this goes to the ocean monument. We actually took over an ocean monument in a previous Forever World stream. It's like, I gotta keep reminding myself that things like this happened. Because I'm not gonna remember. That's why I put item frames down to tell me where the hell we gotta go. Tell me where the hell everything is. Yeah, the base salt has an interesting texture in this texture pack. And then I'll just need more fireworks to explore some other areas. Concrete halls. That's C418 apparently, so I was like, I don't remember hearing a music track like that. My family's going on a retreat thing and I'm not happy about it. I don't know why, but it annoys me that we make tons of treats for the trip, but we can't have them because they're for the kids of the thing. I'm a volunteer, which means waking up 4 a.m. and not going to sleep at 11 almost every day. Annoys me a lot. I guess, like, your parents make you do it. Ow. I don't know, it's like, do they know that you don't want to do it? Ow. Do they know you don't want to do it? Or is it like they don't care? It frustrates me. Yeah, I can imagine that. I don't know, I guess, like, when I think about like when I was a kid, I don't really have many moments where I like argued with my parents or like disagreed with them a huge amount. Because if I say I don't want to go, they'll just go on about how I waste my life, apparently. Aren't you only like 16? I think you've still got a good chunk of your life left. And take that from a 24-year-old. It's like, I know I've still got like a huge amount of my life left, but sometimes it does feel like I could be kind of wasting away when it feels like nothing is going anywhere. Well, no, that sounds like the typical parent guilt tripping. I guess it's just something you'll have to deal with. And it's like there's not much there's not much to say about it, I guess. Because it's like I'm not gonna like get on the phone and be like, I don't think valid user is obligated to do this if he doesn't actually want to do this. Like, sadly, I can't do anything like that. My sister who tried to sign me up for the trip is also connected to the retreat. Well, it sounds like it sounds like everyone in your family is roping you into things that you don't actually feel like doing. Alright, this is much better. We get much more from this. I don't know. It's like... It's like when you... Honestly, it kind of sucks. I've had many moments where my parents have to make me do something, or like my siblings rope me into something like that. But once I got older, it's something like once you get... It's really only time that matters at that point. When you get older, you'll be at a point where you'll be free to do whatever the hell you want. And then you could determine what to do with yourself from there. Until then, I guess as long as you live under their roof, it's kind of like they're just going to tell you what to do. I want to vent my frustration to someone I know personally, but they'll also look at me weird. Well, I think it's like... I think it's like, I can understand where you're coming from. I'm kind of like thinking it over myself. I had a sibling say I just need to seal up my emotions. That is not the best thing you should do. I would disagree with them. As a person who normally doesn't vent about how he feels about things to people. Even as a person that's... So, like, what I'm saying is slightly hypocritical, but I think you shouldn't do that. But I don't know, I guess, like, I normally don't vent about it because I'm like, I'll figure it out. I'm normally in this, like, I'll figure it out eventually kind of attitude. Which, like, hopefully I am. Next week I'm gonna see if I figured it out eventually. Because, like, once the weekend hits, that's where I'm gonna get ready to, like, email the company that I applied to. See if they still remember me. And who knows, maybe in like a couple months I'll actually not be living with my parents. Because like my siblings are doing all this cool shit, and I need to go do something with myself. I didn't mean to make that about me, my bad. It's just like, I can just understand the feeling of like your parents just making you do things on the sole pretense that it's like you're their kids, so we're just going to, we're just gonna, that's really the only reason that you have to do what we say. Even if it's something that you like, you don't really feel like doing or like want to do. But it's sadly just something you'll have to put up with as long as you live with them. Ow. See, like, okay. I need a bed out here. Actually, wait, do I have a bed up there? Jesus. Do I have a bed up here? I do. Because, like, I already knew that I would sometimes be out here working on shit. Yeah, I don't know. Do you have plans on, like, what you intend to do, like, when you're like a full adult, or... Because, like, you said you work on, like, a farm. So it's, I think maybe I've even asked this, if it's like, you thought of doing anything beyond, like, being a farmhand. Because I guess, like, 16 isn't a bad age to, like, think about that kind of stuff. It's like, I know a lot of people in my audience, when I talk about, like, my job search and, like, what I've been doing for work, I'm like, I don't think any kids in my audience really resonate with that kind of stuff, but I think, like, people who are in their late teens, if you're in their late teens, maybe they want to hear about this. Because I think it's stuff that I should have probably thought about more when I was 16. And, like, now I'm kind of just figuring out... I had to, like, kind of figure out that kind of stuff in my 20s. I had to kind of learn, like, those hard lessons in my 20s, and it just kind of made me waste some time. Alright, 28 saplings. Yeah, this forest is going to be a shell of its former self. At this point. With, like, the amount of work we're putting into plant dark oak trees around this entire region. I don't know, sadly, we don't have, like, the farmer's market. We can't buy infinite dark oak seeds. We don't have, like, the timber mod either. It's like, there's a data pack we could totally use to just make it faster, but I don't know, maybe we'll do that in the future. We'll do it in HYTALE. Because HYTALE actually does have tree capitation. Which I thought was, like, interesting when I was watching. I was like, ooh, the trees fall. But I was like, what identifies as a tree, then? Because I remember there was some, like, tree capitation mods where it would just be, like, as long as the log is attached to leaves, then it is a tree. And then people would end up destroying parts of their bases that are made mostly of leaves and logs. I remember some shit like that. Yo, I got this set to frequent, but for some reason this music is not playing as often as I'd like to. I need like some of the new tracks to play. So here's 32. I want to also remove this. This is also a tall dark oak tree. Also, I realized, like, I still need to work on... I think I'll mention on Discord, like, what I plan to do in the next few days. Because I was thinking, like... I don't think there's any other game I feel like playing right now. It's like once I get like Dragon Quest II done with, which should honestly be just in time for the game, but then like I kind of gaslit myself or like Mandela affected myself because I honestly thought the game was coming out on the 16th, but it's actually coming out on the 13th. I didn't realize that. Oh, wet hands. I like this track. Alright, so we have 48 Dark Oak saplings. I think that's enough. Oh, shit. I kind of forget how big this building is. And there's just like mob drops sitting on the roof of it because it's like completely dark at the top. Oh shit. Oh, that guy definitely saw me. Oh god. Why do they look like that in this texture pack? Ew. Get away from me. They're like actual pig people. I want to say there was like a model in-game that was just like a pig model, but just standing up. I want to say that did exist. Yeah, it's like, I know the netherrack texture is kind of ugly, but I kind of like this. I'm very nostalgic for these textures. I really like how these look. Alright, so now we're going to take the bone meal and we're going to start growing this. We might even be able to grow it, like, right here as well. Yeah, there we go. Like, we can have these grow way closer to each other than I thought. Oh, wait, that's not a dirt block. That's a packed mud block. Alright, cool. I was like, I had faith. I was like, you can definitely grow a dark oak tree there. Alright, so then what's going to happen is that there's going to be a surrounding fence behind that, which is of the same texture of the fence that's being used over there. And then this area is also going to be... It's going to be around this area. I think like around this height. We're going to have more dark oak trees to kind of separate this area as well. Kind of separate this area from the other village that's up there. Then do this. I don't know. I think, like, when I was placing down the dark oak trees before, it's, like, really only oak trees have no rules for where they can be grown. But I think dark oak trees have much more leeway on where they can be placed. Yeah, something like this. It's kind of like going to go into that little hill right there, and then kind of have a wall that continues out to this section too. And then there'll be something here. And then, like, we can't really place any more trees until the rest of the buildings have been built, but I don't really know when that's going to happen. First off, we need to clear our inventory. We have way too much shit on us. And we also have way more logs than we care to have. And I think I need to go back to the mob farm and pick up some more gunpowder. All right, let's go get some more gunpowder. We also never did make that automated cooked chicken farm. I just wasn't sure where to make it. Maybe we can make it like right here. There's like nothing that's really sitting here. Oh, we'll make it very like hell themed. It's like a kitchen. It's like a It's something like that. Alright, where is this mob farm? Was it over here? I was like, it's not really that far. Yeah, it wasn't that far. Yeah, was it in here? Yes, it was. Alright. I don't know, one of these days this thing's gonna explode. I don't know. I really feel like they could, like, see me to an extent. Just makes me really uncomfortable. Like, using this thing makes me feel really uncomfortable, even though I feel like it's totally safe. I want to say it's totally safe. Did I light up the top of this thing? I don't remember if I did. That guy had feather falling, I think. But I think, like, as long as I don't, like, crouch, I think they won't be able to see me. Like, you have to, like, step your face right up to this thing for them to actually notice you. Also, I want to say I haven't... No, I have slept. Oh yeah, I guess there's gonna be copper armor that falls out of this thing now, huh? Mob farm update. Ooh. Alright, that's good enough. I just need like a stack. Yeah, maybe I should start clearing this out. I think I need to... I guess that's another thing we can start to undertake. Is like putting packed ice down in this so we can get around super, super fast. I should also mark that that's where the mob farm is because I clearly did not remember where it was. I also know that none of the Forever World streams are organized. So it's just like, I can kind of vaguely remember when some of these things were built. But it's just like, when it actually happened, I just don't remember. Because, like, I don't name any of the streams in any... I don't... The streams aren't... The streams aren't named in any organized way. Alright, so give me some paper. Alright, so that should hold us off for a while. So now what I want to do, I need more spruce wood. There's dark oak, there's fences, we have plenty of fences. There's also stone brick. Like, did I do the thing where some of it's cracked? I don't think I did, but it's okay. It's not, like, super noticeable. Alright. I'm gonna go spank my monkey. Alright, have a good day. I don't know, it's like not super smooth. I'm not really sure how this is gonna look. All I know is that there's going to be a fence. Yeah, it's gonna be a little weird, but I think it can work. I wasn't expecting it to rain. I think I can replace blocks like this. Yeah, it's just kind of weird because the other area just didn't have this kind of hill. And then this also goes up by like 2 fences. Because hopefully no one can jump this border. It's not like I really see any hostile mobs around here anymore. Alright, the more I build this up, the more I'm like, yeah, a mob could definitely jump over this. Well, no, I think if I put a slab on top of it, that should actually solve it. Oh, let me also verify. It was 3... Was it 2 or 3 tall? Okay, it was 2 tall. And I also left my axe in my ender chest. Yeah, I want to say that looks fine. I still haven't figured out what I want this building to look like. That's why I haven't bothered to build it this stream. What is that? Oh, it's a cornflower. I don't know, I think it's like the night light on my computer is just making me see things kind of strangely. It's like, I think if the light gets turned up to a certain extent, it makes things that are blue look kind of green. It gets kind of weird. Oh, welcome back, valid user. So get rid of that. Move this. And then this can kind of like cut over. We'll get the details. I had a conversation with my sister about things. That's about all I could say. Okay. You don't have to apologize. It's like, it's not like, you're not in school. It's just like, I don't have to give you like a hall pass to leave the stream. I'm just like, you better come back with the hall pass. You better not leave it in the bathroom. Which, like, I've definitely done when I was in elementary school. Hell, I probably even did that. I probably even did that when I was in high school. No, wait, no, there weren't hall passes in high school, I don't think. In fact, like, going to the bathroom was kind of weird in high school. It's kind of like your teachers really didn't want you to do it. I feel like as you got older, it felt more awkward to say, like, can I be excused? I need to go to the bathroom. It felt more awkward, too, as you were older. And it's, like, to the point where it's, like, some people have told... I think some people that told me when I was, like, 17, they were like, yeah, don't raise your hand in a college course to just say you have to use the bathroom. Just, like, step out. Like, the teacher isn't gonna stop. The teacher isn't gonna be that way with you, where it's just like, hey, you can't leave the class. They're not like that. When you get into college, if you just walk out of the room, they will not care. You shitting? How dare you have a bodily function that isn't thinking and obeying? Well, no, it's more like... It's more like... I don't know how to explain it. I think it just feels more awkward. I think it just feels more awkward to be like, if you just don't use the bathroom before you go to school in the first place. Unless you have, like, some sort of accommodation that says otherwise. Where it's like, I need to use the bathroom every couple minutes. Shit constantly falls out of my ass. I don't know, I think that is a nightmare scenario where it's like, I can't control my bowel functions. And it's just like, if I'm just standing somewhere, I'm like, oh, the one slipped out. My bad. And may I never lose control of it. I also realize I have rice in my fridge. No, not in my fridge, in my cooker. There's still rice in there. Because it's like, I need to eat that. And what's funny is, like, my mom asked me earlier, she was like, I'm going to Cermak, which is like a store down the street. And she's like, did you want eggs? And I was like, sure. And then she fucking brings me like 3 cartons. And I was like, alright, I guess I'm eating eggs for the next 2 weeks. I was like, because, like, the thing about adults is that, like, they can't resist, like, a good deal. There's, like, they'll always, like, notice some shit where it's, like, and they'll point it out to you when they, like, bring it back to you. When they bring it back, they're just like, hey, the grapes were, like, 69 cents a pound, but I don't think they're like that nowadays. But that is a good deal. Like, now that I'm older, I kind of get it. And now that I've gotten older, I kind of get it, where it's like, hey, I got broccoli for 99 cents a pound. And that felt really good. That felt really good. Because it's like, it's not even like, that price isn't even like trying to, it's not even like a fake deal. It's like, no, that is a good price to get broccoli for. Getting any sort of vegetable for like 99 cents a pound is like pretty decent. It's like pretty solid. Good stuff. Well, it's like the grapes are kind of expensive. But then it's just kind of become ingrained into the channel, so now it's just become a business expense. It just became ingrained into the streams that for some reason I just eat grapes while I'm doing it. And it's just like, I get like enamored every time when I see a grape that is like slightly larger than average. I'm just like, yo, look at the size of this grape, guys. Like, yeah, look at this. You need to see this. It's like showing my parents a cool rock I found. It's just a fucking rock, but like it's smoother than the rest of them, and it's like I tore it out of the ground with my bare hands. Do I not have spruce? Oh, I do. I used to do that. Like, there were some, like, things that you did as a kid that were just, like, strangely appealing to do. Like, it wasn't even, like, skipping rocks. I never even skipped rocks. Sometimes I just find, like, a large rock, and I'm like, hey, let's just throw it in the lake. Let's just throw it in the Lake Michigan. And then we'd do it, and it would make a huge splash, and we'd all cheer. And then we'd just go and find a new rock. We'd just go and find a new rock to throw into it. I don't know. There were things that we did as kids that were just strangely entertaining to us. Alright? That's like a back in my day moment. I'm at that age where I'm gonna start doing that, aren't I? I'm just like, yeah, I remember when kids used to do that. I don't know if kids still do that. Because when I was younger, it was pretty entertaining. For some reason. I also left my axe. Never mind, my axe was with me. I was the axe the whole time. Yeah, that's something interesting about fences. Like, Oh. That's super weird. That's always something I've noticed about fences in Minecraft. It's like, normally you can't place a block at your feet like this, but if you're standing on a fence, you can. You can place a slab. Can you do it for a block? No. For some reason, you can only place a slab. Not really sure what that has to do with anything. I think it's like, even though, like, fences look like they're only a block tall, they're, like, slightly taller than a block and a half. To, like, ensure that you can't jump over it. That's how fences were designed in Minecraft. Oh, I didn't even get all the fences here. They're also kind of hard to place when you have a texture pack that makes your cursor a really tiny dot. I don't know why I did that. I don't know why I thought that was a smart idea. God damn it. There we go. I know this isn't specifically entertaining. This might not be entertaining, and maybe that's because it's not. But it's like, it's something I need to work on. Because I was like, I've been thinking of doing this for a while. And I think it's like fully being realized. I guess like if a mob is somehow able to navigate around this path up to here, whatever, I guess. Well, let me see what it looks like from down here. Yeah, that's kind of what I was expecting. I don't know, it looked a bit too jail-like if I used metal bars, so I just decided to use, like, a tall fence. There's gonna be something like this out at like, the desert village. I kind of wanted to do a project like that. Because, I don't know, making, like, improved versions of villages are always, like, a strangely appealing building idea. Because, like, I don't mind how the new villages look, I just like improving them. Yeah, and I'm gonna need more stone bricks for this part. Because that'll also be a fenced off area. And then this hill, there's not really any mobs that are gonna get up here. I might light it up, though. I don't know, I don't think I've ever seen a zombie come from up there. I don't know how it's like, there must have been a mob somewhere because these iron golems got here somehow. I have no idea. It's like these iron golems have been here forever. I have no idea why they're there. They must have, like, seen they must have saw a mob that they were trying to get to. Because, like, one of them is badly hurt, so I can only assume that they were fighting a mob. There's some stone. Personally, this might actually be all the stone I need. I don't know, that mining trip actually wasn't as long as I thought, and I wasn't too inclined to do any building today, but I kind of wanted to do, like, something small. And then I might actually call the stream, because I'm just, like, not feeling it right now. I think we've got enough materials for the last of this. And then, like, we'll peel this back. This is like the boundary. Alright? This village is irrelevant. We don't need this. Can we turn this into stone brick and a stone cutter? I want to say you can't. I want to say you can't. That doesn't sound right. Oh, you can. That's really interesting. I don't know, just another weird, like, Minecraft design quirk, where it's like, oh, we can turn, like, 4 into... We could do, like, a 1-for-1 conversion recipe from stone to stone brick, but then there's a stone cutter that can also do that. I don't know, it's kind of weird. We'll also have, like, a maybe wooden column right there. And it looks like we're going to be short a couple fences. And honestly, I'm a little lazy. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to steal from this farm. And I'm just gonna steal the logs from this farm to finish this. I don't know. I just didn't feel like it. I just didn't feel like going and getting my own materials. What did it look like over there? Okay, so it was one log taller. Yeah, and then it's also like an andesite slab on top of it. Which, of course, I don't have. And then, like, we'll have this area completely, like, surrounded. Do I not have polished andesite? Oh, I do. No, wait, no, that's a stone slab. No, there it is. And then I need a couple more oak logs. Yeah, I think that's enough fences. Alright, so now we gotta fill this in, and then that should be it. And that makes this entire area encapsulated in a nice gated community style way. But I guess like what comes next are the buildings, and I have to figure that out. But I think this is gonna be a shorter stream today. I just wanted to like come on and just kind of mess around in this world one last time, talk a bit about HYTALE for those that are interested. And I might even make my own dedicated video about it. I was like considering doing this because like for 2026, I kind of had this idea that I kind of wanted to implement like once a week. And it wasn't gonna be a stream thing, but it was just gonna be something I wanted to try. And I don't know if it'll see its fruition, so I won't talk about it too much. Because I'm still like conceptualizing what it could be. But I think this is all I'm gonna do for now. I know like all we really did was some mining, but that's fine. Because like I haven't really figured out what buildings like are gonna be here. I don't really know what they look like. I can't see them in my mind just yet, but I guess I'll figure it out later. But I will see you guys Saturday. Yeah, definitely Saturday. So thank you everyone so much for watching. I hope you all enjoyed. Thank you to my moderators for moderating. And I will see you guys then. Alright, have a good day. Bye-bye.